This is a crazy state. Well, I tell you.
And not crazy as Illinois. Let me tell you that right now. Chicago.
I don't know, bro. I think we got to beat.
Chicago.
I mean, I'm not trying to be come in first, but I think we are. we come in first with crazy.
Man, we got some militants running around in the Ville up here.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
The only other place is just as crazy as us, the South Bronx.
South Bronx,
South
Bronx.
But that's just the city. This is the whole state. This whole state is insane.
All right.
Hey! You can't play in the state. You got to play in the people that's living in the state.
Adjust my
But like
camera.
I said, let me tell you some shit. Like the courthouse up there, they got the doors and the windows boarded up. Whenever that trial starts.
Oh, they getting ready, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's smart.
Yeah, like the West End, like they're ready to tear some shit up. South.
Stupid camera.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if they don't let things go, like even though justice for Brianna, guess what? We'll take justice in our own hands.
I don't know, man. I don't think anything's happening with that.
It's sad. That shit right there, it just pissed me off. Like
I will be surprised. I will be surprised if somebody go to jail over that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because that shit pissed me off. Because like when I first read it, because my cousin posted, and I started doing some digging, and I was like, what? Oh, I was. Man, I was just raging like a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, another messed up situation. That black dude shot that white boy in the head that was riding his bike, and I think he know that family. They invited him for dinner or something. I don't know. For some reason, he shot and killed him.
Man,
That's fucked up.
Everybody going crazy, man.
Everybody's just going crazy, and I just hate the fact that they gotta use that man as an example. Be like, well, what about Black Lives Matter? What about this white guy? His life matter. Yes, everybody's lives matter, man. But when you sit up here and you go you arrest and charge this dude like the same day they went on the manhunt, and they already arrested and charged this dude with murder. So he got his due. Like these cops that killed Breonna Taylor. They still on the job. This was been about 5-6 months. Like, it's crazy.
One got fired, but two of them are still on the job.
It's crazy. Oh yeah, they got fired because they showed that picture mocking. Was it? No, that was the other guy. That was the other guy, the introvert guy. Because they showed a picture mocking that kid. You know what I'm talking about? The one that wore the ski mask. He's an introvert.
Oh yeah.
Elijah something.
Elijah McClain.
Those are the ones that got they got fired because it was like 3 of them was mocking the murder of that guy. 3 cops. So this is what I'm talking about here. This is
the family just sued them. Like she sued the cop, she sued the medics that injected them with that ketamine.
Yeah, like how you gonna do, man, bruh?
Okay.
Let's talk about video games.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I was about to say, man. Yeah, just talking about this, it just Okay, let's get to some positive stuff, man. Woosah, man. I know. This is why we play video games to get our minds off of real world activities.
Exactly, man. I saw that video, man. Like I literally got pissed off when I saw that fucking video, man.
I know. But anyway, what's going on, guys? What's going on? It's your boy, Regain 27, back again with another podcast, a Alex List podcast. Thank you. God, he's not here. So no toxicity tonight. None of this you Sega sucks. All that BS bullshit. So
good. That's we means we actually might stay on topic tonight.
Oh, whatever. You don't help neither, Alex. I called you Alex, Nick.
I'm filling in for him right now.
We call him Alex Jr. or something.
Yeah, Alex Jr.
Hold on, I have some notes here. Let me check. Hold on, give me one second. Okay, here's one. Sega sucks. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I know exactly where we're going. But yeah, welcome to the. I'm already starting to sweat. Like, dang, dude, it hit 106 degrees in Fort Worth, Texas today. Whew, Jesus.
108. I win.
Whatever. Anyway, appreciate everybody coming into the podcast again. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share the video, get some people from your Twitter feed, Facebook, whatever. Let's get some people here. Please hit the like button. Let's share. Let's get some more people here. And first of all, I want to apologize that me and T we were supposed to do our retro podcast, but he has some personal business to attend to. That's if you want to share that. See, that's your business.
Retro reference.
Yeah, I mean, I shared it on my stream. My dad passed away on Monday, early Monday morning. So,
sorry to hear that, man.
Thank you. We're getting through it, though.
Nah, I understand exactly how you feel, man. A loved one, especially, the person that raised you, it sucks, man. It does.
Taught me everything. Taught me how to be a man. So,
sorry to hear that, man.
So whenever you're ready, man, we can, go on, get our retro stuff out the way because I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. We got some stuff to talk about tonight. I thought about talking about the whole fake news about the Sony PS5 struggling to run stuff at 4K, but it happens to be a fake, a phony. Some dude was trying to, I guess, give us more toxic news on the PlayStation 5 side since there's a lot of negativity going on the Xbox side. So I guess he was trying to even it out. So I don't want to get down to that. It's just whatever. It's a fake. It is what it is. I'm still getting both consoles, but yeah, there's a couple of stuff I do want to talk about. Halo 5 delayed. We thought about doing a Mercy podcast today, but like we was gonna save it for Friday. Is the Xbox brand are they dying because the way that they are going this whole kumbaya type of stuff? We don't know what position that they're going to be in the next 1 to 2 generations because it's just kind of pointless to keep making consoles. And of course, Metro Prime, I think Retro Studios came today and they tweeted something out about they are looking for a lead producer to work on Metro Prime 4, in which they're supposed to be in development for almost 2 years after they scrapped the original project. So I really don't know what's going on. Are they even working on that game or not? Because why would you look for a lead producer of the game almost 2 years after you scrapped the original game? I really don't know. So I want to talk about that as well. So I guess before we get into that, let's get our intros out the way. Let's start with you, Gamer Nick.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk Real Podcast. I'm pulling double duty as both myself and Alex today. Let me check my notes here.
Oh hell,
Xbox sucks. Okay, so
there we go.
Did you say Sega too? Don't forget Sega.
I said Sega earlier. I got that one that way. I got a lot of notes here, and I'll pretty much say the same thing. But anyway, the point is, I haven't really been doing much of gaming this week, other than playing Ghost of Tsushima. But outside of that, doing all right.
Did you beat it yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's going bootlogs. I'm like doing like all these side quests and shit.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. All right, Jalen, let's go with you.
All right, what's going on, everyone? This is your boy Jalen, and I'm ready to do this another podcast. Happy to be here, and the games I've been playing is Smash, retro games, and GTA 4.
Nice.
And also I ordered myself a GameCube adapter. GameCube adapter, LAN adapter, so I don't have to deal with the laggy ass Smashes no more. So so this time around, if you want to deal, this time around, once we play Smash, you won't see no lagginess from me.
I really don't think it's up to your
adapter.
It's the online. It's not your fault, dude. Cause that shit. When we played Street Fighter the other day, shut up, Nick. I know exactly where you coming. What you about to say? When we played Street Fighter the other day, man, that online was unplayable.
Same that was pretty laggy.
Yeah, it was very laggy. Yes, I know, Nick. You won 20 matches. Shut up, Nick.
Was it like Mario Maker 2 laggy?
I wasn't even going to bring it up, but yeah, actually on 22, I fought 20 people after he left. So.
I just wanted them to fix their online. Then I won't be complaining. Fuck how powerful the console gonna be because they make weak consoles anyway. Just fix the online. That's all I care about.
All right, let's go with you, Mr. T.
Huh?
Hey there, Poos. Mr. T here. It's been an interesting week, as I mentioned earlier. I haven't done too much gaming. obviously, but I have been mostly on the retro kick lately because I got some new cables and whatnot for my PSP, so I can go HDMI on that to the TV and my GameCube as well. So it's looking real clean now because that's a problem with the retro consoles. If you try to hook up the old cables, they don't look good on these new TVs. So
Hell no.
there's a lot of choices out there. Most of them are expensive. I try to go in between the expensive and like the prosumer. So mostly Paper Mario, Origami King, and a lot of GameCube games. I was gonna do a stream for Eternal Darkness, but my damn disc got a read error, so now I need to do
that sucks.
a new disc for it now. So, but yeah,
Hey, T, then you bother one of them Nintendo 64s off that couch.
hell no.
No.
Oh, is that the see-through one? The see-through N64?
2 of 4.
Is that the see-through one I'm looking at?
One the Jungle Green, one that came with Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah, them things were expensive now, man.
The other one is Pikachu.
Yeah, like
Pikachu.
this for standard N64 cost you about $120. The ones that I see in the background, I've been seeing priced like
what happened to price?
It's crazy, dude.
God,
Like it's so much I want to talk about the retro podcast. Those two Nintendo 64 consoles I see is on average about $180 to $200.
Yeah, those two right there will run you, $150 a piece. With no cables and no controllers.
Damn.
So
Damn, that's crazy.
I didn't pay that, obviously, but
I got you. I guess Sinister, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Sinister, here for this real podcast, ready to talk about these games.
That's what's up. So what's a smaller topic we get out? There he is. Well, you came at the right time. At the right time.
Lay it on me.
We was about to get into the first topic, man. But yeah, what's up, Retro Bro?
Chilling, man. I just got home. It's storming pretty bad out here. Can barely see on the roads. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's good.
Yeah, it was still. Man. Yeah, like, did y'all have a tornado warning? Yeah.
Nah, just like all week, it's been like ridiculous rain. Like it'll rain for like 30 minutes straight to where you can see like no visibility. Then it'll stop. The sun will come out, and then like an hour or two later, it'll hit again. And it's been doing that like all week this week.
Oh,
yeah, that's crazy, man.
I guess after 2020 ends, we still have to deal with this climate change.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
It's gonna end, bro. It's good.
I guess while you're here, go get your intro out the way.
What's up, YouTube? Retro Bro here. Let's get the show on the road.
What you been playing all week?
Grandel Summoners.
Who?
Grand Summoners.
I still didn't catch that.
It's Grand Summoners. It's an RPG game.
Was that a PC exclusive?
Nah, it's a
PlayStation, ain't it?
Nah, it's a mobile.
Oh god dang! I can't.
He said it's a mobile game.
Dude. You botting badly, dude.
It's a mobile game.
Can you
He
hear
said
me
the
now?
game is on mobile phone.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like a new phone that is weaker than my old one. The signal is not that good on it. It's like Samsung A series, so it's like really weak on reception.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
But you were falling into the dark place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one thing. Like before you go on, Gamer Deck. I'm also on Ghost of Tsushima, loving it so far. Just taking my time with it.
Oh yeah, the game is awesome. I'm enjoying it.
I need to get back on it, man. Like I've been playing a bunch of retro games. I guess I
I played a few retros also.
Yeah, I got some retro games that came in this week from Nightwing. I guess that the website I recommend some of y'all guys.
Old games.
Gigawing came in for the Dreamcast. Was it? Dang it, Storm something. I'm trying to remember that name of that game, but it's actually a pretty good game. It's a shoot 'em up game. It actually came out in 2013. It's one of those games that for some reason the Dreamcast still getting releases of these games. Stormwind, I think that's the name of Stormwind. I think.
Awesome.
So yeah, I've been playing some of that. Of course, we played some Street Fighter on Tuesday. Yes, I got my ass whooped. Go ahead and say it, Nick. Shut up. What else?
No, I'm not even. I wouldn't even. Whatever. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I know you thinking it. You thinking it. I know.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Today.
What else? I know I did beat Alone in the Dark on the Dreamcast. I beat that. And I'm halfway done with Magic Rayard Knights. I'm halfway done. That's actually a really good game on the Saturn. I actually am enjoying it.
Magic Knight Rayard?
Yeah, that's a good game.
Yeah.
Shit, if it wasn't for that Nightwing god, shit, I ain't gonna pay no $1,000 for that goddamn game. Hell no.
That's insane. It's
That
insane.
is insane. So I paid.
No,
played some of that.
Oh no.
Oh hell no!
Played a little bit of Burning Rangers on the Saturn.
Burning Rangers is dope. That's so underrated.
I've been playing a lot of retro stuff, man. So I play other stuff. I just forgot what it was. So I ain't good.
I got some new stuff in. I just ain't got to playing it yet. So these are all sealed still.
That's what's
Collection
up.
of Mana, Trials of Mana, Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight I actually had downloaded already. And Nino Kuni.
I mean, I love Shovel Knight.
Nino Kuni as well. So
I got you. What's a small topic before we get to Metroid?
Never mind.
That's not small.
Metroid.
I guess Metroid is smaller. So basically, they came out on Twitter earlier today, Retro Studios, and they're hiring again. For some reason, they're hiring for like the past 10 years, and nothing's getting done. So yeah, they're hiring and looking for a lead producer of the game. So it's causing a lot of people to be worried about the development cycle of this game. Of course, they scrapped it back in was it 2019? It was 29. It was the beginning of 2019. So basically, I believe it was like January something 2019 when they gave us the news. So basically,
25th.
25th. Okay, so this January 25th coming up. That's not that far from here. It will be 2 years since they gave us that announcement. So basically, I'm just gonna round it off to 2 years. So basically, in a 2 year span.
What announcement?
When they announced that they scrapped the project and they're going to start over. So it's been almost a 2 year gap that they had started over on the project. So I've been wondering why we hadn't gotten no trailer for the new game or even just a screenshot. We don't know what is going on. That's why a lot of people is speculating that Metroid Prime 4 is going to be on the new Switch 2, Switch Pro, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this tweet that they gave us earlier today, I think it confirms it because that's like almost 2 years in development, and we still don't have a screenshot. So I don't know. Let's just go round table and see what y'all guys think about this because I'm kind of I'm disappointed and I don't know what the hell to say. Maybe they are in development hell like there was with the first project. So Nick, what you think about it? Are we gonna see this game anytime soon or a screenshot?
No. I mean,
Oh shit.
the way they're going with this, I mean, I think for the most part, I'm personally honest with you, like the impression I've always been getting about Metroid Prime 4 is Nintendo never really wanted to make this game at all, period. Like they made their they made the trilogy and that was for the GameCube and they were satisfied with that. And they're going to try a new direction when they came out with the other RAM, which unfortunately didn't. I like the game itself, but it didn't turn out as well as like they wanted and stuff like that. So it didn't really. Shut up! I heard that. But like I'll admit there are some issues with it, but I like the game overall. At least like
Samus was too girly.
I like this. I think most people were problem was like the story and the voice acting like that because I like the whole how they were switched from 2D to 3D and stuff like that. I did like that part, so it has some good parts. Overall, I liked it. I see complaints, but like I think Nintendo never really wanted to make this game, and they were just gonna, they did the remake for the 3DS, which they really should release for the Switch if they're gonna like delay this game. I feel like Nintendo is forced to make this game, and they're just dragging their ass on it because they really didn't fucking care if this game ever got made or not, but nobody wanted to shut up about it. And like, I'm just saying, when this game comes out, all y'all whining and cry, you better buy it. I want to see this game sell like 10 million. Otherwise, I want to. I know it won't. But if this game doesn't even hit 1 million, I don't want to ever hear anybody else say shit about one another Metroid Prime game. You're done. Shut up. You had one more chance. You blew it. Fuck out of here. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, for the most part, I have no idea. Like we didn't even know.
The hell was that?
We didn't even know there was no lead at the time or whatever. Or maybe there was, and they fired him. There's a new one. They need a new one. I don't fucking know. But yeah, this whole game is a mess, and I don't know when we're gonna see it.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
What's that noise?
I heard a cat.
What is going on in the background?
And then there's like somebody scraping something.
I know. Who's that coming from?
Retro.
Yeah, that's retro.
That's a retro. What you
That's
doing?
retro. Again, retro, again.
My bad. I just got home with dinner.
Dang. But we still hear it though.
What are you dragging a body? What the?
Nah, I went to Chicken Fiesta and got me a beer and like some chicken and rice and beans.
At least, man, that's the drinks around.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see. So Nick, you went. So what do you think, T? What you think about the situation?
I don't understand what the problem is. I mean, we don't care about new games on the Switch anyway. So just put something.
Oh, there you go.
I know where you going with this.
Why people want new games? I don't understand. They're very excited for the ports. So just be patient. You're being you guys. You're being entitled. You're entitled for wanting this game.
I hate when they say that shit.
Pandemic, and look at the sales of the Switch. So everything.
That's the guy. I hate that.
Everything is great. Pandemic, and nothing can get done at this point.
Pandemic.
So pandemic.
Everything is blamed on pandemic.
Blame it on the Rona.
COVID. No, due to COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Yeah.
Retro Studios hasn't made a game in 7 years. I don't know if you guys realize that. They've been hiring for 7 years because I swear they started talking about hiring former Deus Ex employees and all this stuff. That was years ago.
Yeah.
So I was getting really excited, thinking they were about to put out a new IP or something, and whatever they're doing, they dropped it to do Metroid, and this is not going well. From my experience, they're looking for a lead producer, right? Mm-hmm. So from my experience, the lead producer is as coming from my film background, the lead producer is the person who pitches their idea. So wasn't a lead producer there when they pitched to Nintendo what their idea was for Metroid? So why are you looking for a lead producer 2 years after your pitch got approved? Like, what's going on? And look, Retro Studios currently follows me, so I don't want to say anything bad because I want them to keep following me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. So I want
you want the business to stay good.
But what are you guys doing? That's what I want to know. But I'm not at this point. I don't really care because I just bring me more Xbox 360 ports, and I'm fine.
Oh boy, it's not talking bad. It's giving constructive criticism.
Bring me the last Wii U ports, and
$60. One left.
Bring over the rest of those because apparently they're trapped on that console. Why is that only with Nintendo? Like nothing when PS4 came out, nothing was trapped on PS3. But I guess they have their digital store, so there's that. So but I'm done caring about Metroid at this point. I don't think it's coming for Switch like you said, Real. I think it's going to be, if it's not cross-gen, it'll be strictly for Switch 2. So I can't build up enough to care anymore at this point. So whenever it happens, it happens.
I mean, basically, it'll come out when it comes out.
We got Pikmin 3 Deluxe coming, so I ain't worried about nothing, bro.
Oh, Jesus.
You about to piss off those Nintendo ambassadors, man.
I'm the Nintendo ambassador. I'm the one who was there day one. And back then, as a Nintendo ambassador, Nintendo they compensated me for my early 3DS purchase when they dropped the price. You know what I'm saying? They dropped that price, what, $70 after a few months after I had paid $250. They dropped it $70, and they say, "You know what? Here's 20 games for you." Boom. But that Nintendo is gone now, and everybody seems to be cool with it. So I'm just gonna move on. Next person, Pandemic.
All right. All right, Jalen, what you think?
Man, I swear to God, I hate when these Nintendo ambassadors say, "Oh, we got the pandemic that they're worried about, so they won't put their employees at risk." Like, oh my fucking God! And somebody's echoing.
That's probably me turning that too low.
What happened? What happened? Can you still there, Jalen?
Yeah, I'm still here.
That's all you got?
No. I was gonna say no, but as I was saying though, like I just hate it when these people, with these Nintendo ambassadors, use COVID as an excuse of them not getting these games out all the time. Like you got Sony and Microsoft like launching their new console with these new exclusives during this pandemic. I might add.
Yeah.
But
Sony's releasing with an exclusive now. By the way, just throwing that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you got Sony out here releasing like bomb exclusive during this pandemic. You got Microsoft, you got Microsoft releasing games out here during this pandemic. But how comes Nintendo gets a pass?
They always get the pass. You gotta remember,
because they just learned how to develop on HD consoles last generation, man. You gotta give them a pass.
Give them a pass. Okay.
Nintendo has ascended to the gods. They don't care about the.
Oh Lord, you ain't gonna never let that go, Nick. Let it go. Let it go. I can't believe he said that, man. Wow. I can't believe it.
Oh Jesus! Like you don't see Microsoft and Sony employees getting sick during this pandemic. Like you don't see Microsoft or Sony talk about like hold games back during this pandemic, but it's only Nintendo. Like all they scared, like all they scared, like all they a bunch of pussies, like they don't want to work.
Damn, you
like come on.
Well, we had a CEO who would apologize when there were, delays and whatnot, but everybody wanted him to go, so because he was terrible apparently. And now this is what you get, business man. Hey, business man.
Like, I don't get it. Like what's the, like can the police just just wear a mask and get these games out? Like what's so hard about doing that? I'm pretty sure Microsoft and Sony are doing that, but what's up with Nintendo? What they're doing?
It's not like you need a warehouse to do these games. You can do these games at home. You can develop these games at an office, or if you're not comfortable making these games at the office, do it at home. You need a computer. Everybody has a computer. So exactly. I don't understand
but Nintendo said they weren't equipped to do that. They weren't ready for that because Nintendo is always behind on everything. So they weren't ready.
There is no excuse. Kind of like with the HD thing, that HD excuse with the Wii U. There is no excuse for
They're not set up, man. They're not set up for this.
So Nintendo is basically like one of the founding fathers of video games. First was Atari, then I'm not sure what was out after Atari. Then of course Nintendo dominated the 80s. So Nintendo been out way longer than Sony and Microsoft.
Coleco.
Coleco. Yeah, so those were the founding fathers. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, and of course mid 80s, Nintendo just took over everything. So yes, they've been here for over 30 years, going on 40. So there's no excuse for this crap.
Is that? Yeah. And Tayshawn said the man is thirsty for new Nintendo games. I mean, can you blame us?
What you mean there's no excuse? Real? Look on Twitter. There's plenty of excuses.
I try to stay away from toxicity, sir. Too much toxic going on.
Look at the comment section on Nintendo videos. There's plenty of damn excuses.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. But all in all, I'm just saying this from my perspective. I don't know what I'm just saying this from my perspective. I think I think they're probably taking a sweet time developing this game because I think they don't want to like release this game all buggy and glitchy. And I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's true.
But they don't know what they're doing with Metroid. Like we didn't get one on N64 because they didn't know what to do with it. And then it took Retro Studios to come along, and they did so good with it. Nintendo decided to buy them up, basically. And once all those guys left after Prime 3, we started getting other M's and Federation forces.
Oh,
You can't say that without a straight face.
So that's what happened. They don't know what to do with Metroid. That's
I don't know.
They
Is it?
off the Bandai.
I don't know because is it like one of their? I don't know if it's like one of their most visual showpiece game out there out of their IPs besides Zelda that's taking so long. I don't know what it is. Of course, on a technical standpoint, like it takes more work to develop these games. If you want to compare it to a Mario or a Kirby, like those games, like it's. I'm not saying that those games are it takes a long time to make these games because of this cartoonish art style, but compared to like a game like a Call of Duty or something more realistic, yes, it's going to take a little bit longer. So, same.
Well, Metroid isn't really realistic. If you look at the art style from the Prime series, it's not like it's realistic. It's just really cool.
On the GameCube, that was a really great showpiece for the system.
Right, it was gorgeous. Like it was 60 frame locked, 60 frames, never dropped on the GameCube. So they trying to live up to that standard, I guess. But I mean, you just got to have a really cool art style. It doesn't have to be cutting edge, bleeding edge graphics. Just have to be a really smart art style that works for Metroid. 60 frames. We would like it to be at 60 frames, please, because that's what made it stand out. So
60 frames. But there should be no excuse for this game not being running 60 frames per second.
But they can't even get 2D games to go at 60. So I don't know, bro.
Well, Kirby, that was an all hell laboratory, but Donkey Kong was running at 60 and had more gigabytes.
On the Wii U.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Let me take that back.
I'm talking about Switch games.
Yeah, actual Switch games. Let me take that back. Super Mario Odyssey was running at 60.
Odyssey was 60. Yeah.
Yeah, but how come Kirby wasn't 60? How come
the 2D games can't be 60?
How come that boggles my mind? A 2D side scroller for $60, full price, no online multiplayer, 30 frames per second, $60. Jesus,
Kirby, Yoshi.
Christ.
Kirby, Yoshi not running at 60 frames. But you got Mario.
Crazy.
Like you got Mario Odyssey, a 3D open sandbox game that's running at 60. Like what the hell?
Oh yeah, because they want more Mario money out of Mario than anybody else.
It was so crazy. These games sell so well, though, knowing that they didn't put much into it, much effort.
And that started off as a Wii U game too.
I think Retro trying to. Hey, we can't understand you, Retro. You biting badly.
I hear you, man.
Yeah, jump back in.
You might have to jump out and come back.
Sound like you're in a fishbowl or something.
Right.
You might have to jump, and he's muted. Okay, I guess before you I guess Sinister, what's your take on this Metro Prime situation?
Hold on. Let me get my last take in, but sorry about that. Yeah, I was gonna say like we all know this damn. We legit all know that this damn game ain't coming out till the mid 2022. That's when Nintendo released. We can hear you.
At the earliest.
Yeah, at the earliest, in mid 2022. That's when they released their new Switch. So that's gonna be the new launch time of the next gen Switch.
No, really? Because I heard the Switch is gonna last 8 to 10 years, man.
Oh Jesus!
That's what they were saying online. The Switch 7 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and Nintendo's defense, which I normally don't damage control for them, I guess that plan works if they port all their 3DS games.
Oh
Lord! Hey, no cap though. Like, as much as people hate when I say this, the 3DS definitely had the most diverse library of games, and probably the most successful in Nintendo. But a lot of people that don't like handhelds never played them, so they could easily take advantage of it. The Phoenix Wright series alone has like 7 bangers, and that's just like one series.
Yeah.
You still got like all the Mega Mans. They have like Gunstar Heroes, like a lot of really good games on the 3DS that they put on there. Also, all the 3DS Pokemon games were better than Sword and Shield. Just gonna put that out there.
Yeah, well, we already got a 3DS Pokemon game in Sword and Shield, so it's all good.
But that was almost 2 years ago, damn near.
It's worse than the 3DS games. The 3DS Pokemon games were better. They had better frame rates, better animations.
Well,
yeah, but hey, them Pokemon fans are even worse.
Hey, at least you get a Pokemon game in HD with those N64 trees. Hey, that's what they wanted.
And the worst thing is they force you to double battle. You can't do singles.
Yeah.
I tried to buy the game. I just play.
Oh yeah, now you're biting badly, Retro Bro. Now you're biting badly.
Yeah.
You there with us, Retro Bro? You're biting bad. We can't understand you. Huh? What's going on? Can y'all hear me? We good?
Yeah, Splatoon 1 was 60, so a lot of games that were 60 frames.
Yeah, your audio is awful, dude. It's worse, dude. We can barely understand you.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, we heard that now. All right. Let's get Sinister out the way because he still didn't give us our take.
I mean, like the way that they're doing the things like this. I mean, asking for a producer, like trying to hire all these positions. Like, yet you dropped something that's from 3 years ago, but yet it's 2020 now, and then now you still hiring positions. Like, it seems like nothing's getting done, or they just don't give a shit anymore. It's like, is it all the above? It's like, we don't know what's going on, but I mean, we may not even see it real or not, stuff like that. I mean, if they ever make, the next system, you probably see that game drop on there. But I mean, it's just the way it is right now. It's just nothing but excuses, like, because they had to drop what they were doing, like, whatever they did before, they failed. That's why they scrapped it. So they, we got to start all over. It's like start from square one, and now they're still stuck at square one. And now we got to hire for producer just to come help out, just to get things rolling. But I mean, you still been in development hell, and it seems like the devil down there just holding the pitchfork, just laughing at you.
Wait, hold up. I need to cut you off about whatever happened to the Metroid producer? Is he still there?
Who knows?
The original, what's his name? Tanabe?
Yeah, is he still there?
He's supposedly like the lead director on the game. So
okay, then why they need?
Well, that's producer. Producer's different. Producers, again, from my experience, I'm not a game designer, but a lot of stuff is very similar with movies.
Yeah, the directors and all that stuff.
Producers are the one who really get the work done. They running around, getting everything ready for the director. They're the one who set up everything for the director.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
Producers sometimes can be more important than your director.
Gotcha.
The director, he just puts it all together. Gives everybody their direction. That's what the director does. So, but producers is executive producer and just producer are the two most important roles when it comes to entertainment. So
your production, all that stuff.
Production, right?
See, what I don't understand with this situation is the fact that Nintendo is firing all cylinders. They're doing very well, with all the sales and all that. I don't give a damn about sales talk and all that. Yes, I'm glad, I'm happy for them. But at the same time, am I happy of what they are giving me? That's another, story. But yes, Animal Crossing did well this year, and of course it's a new game that was supposed to come out last year. Xenoblade game is an old Wii game that got ported. Of course, you got that. What's that? Fire Emblems, Cross, whatever. I forgot the Tokyo, whatever that.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Okay, Tokyo Mirage Sessions. That was also another Wii game, a Wii U game that got ported over. So
it bombed too.
So this year
it bombed again on Switch.
So
Wonderful 101 bomb too. Also,
this year has kind of been a disappointment for me, because I don't play third parties on the Switch. It looks god awful. The frame rates is everywhere. Of course, they got a bunch of indies, but I play my indies on Xbox because that's what my ecosystem is at. And of course, they got achievements. Yes, I like achievements. I'm an achievements whore. So basically, it's just
Something
really,
Nintendo don't know that about.
basically, nothing for me to play on the Switch. So I want to know exactly what is Nintendo supposed to do on their third year. You would think on your third year, you will be releasing a lot more games. That's supposed to be the year that you fire on all cylinders. I'm not talking about, yes, your sales is great, but what about the content? I'm talking about the content coming from Nintendo, not their past content that they're re-releasing. That's basically what I'm saying.
Well, they can't do that, man, because of pandemic, because
I
COVID,
don't want that's just an excuse,
Real,
man.
come on, man.
I don't want to hear
Another excuse.
Real, but portable.
I don't want to hear the excuse, man. Like just like Sony,
it's portable, real. It's portable, man.
Just like
Portable
Sony.
and sales.
Sales. So remember when we got on the Sony a few years ago, and of course, remember they said that their first year or two was going to be sparse and all that. But when they hit their third and fourth year, they just came out with bangers. Lots of great games that came out. That's when we got, introduced to Uncharted 4, got introduced to, Persona 5. Of course, Yakuza 0 came out, and
the Kiwami series.
The Kiwami series. You got Horizon, Zero Dawn, and God of War. That's what you're supposed to do year 3 and up. And like I said, we don't know what's going on with Nintendo. This is year 4? I thought it was year 3.
No, we finished year 3. This is year 4.
Well, that's even worse. That's even worse.
Just think about year 4, like you're saying, on other consoles, even Nintendo consoles.
Yeah.
Like year 4 is like when you really laying it down.
Okay, hold up. Switch came out in 2017, and this is year 3.
No, it's year 4.
2019 was year 3.
Talking about physical year.
This is the fourth year.
Physical year.
Oh, physical. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. First time. Okay.
We're 6 months into the fourth year. 6 more months, it'll be 4 years old.
Yes. Okay, okay. That even makes it worse because we got a bunch of bangers came from Sony, and that basically got me to buy a PS4 because they had so many great exclusives coming out. And like I said, I'm not trying to dog Animal Crossing. It's a game. It's not for everybody. Some people love it. Shit. And of course, it's sold 20+ million. That is crazy. But I'm looking for a hardcore game, man. I'm looking for Nintendo's older IPs that we hadn't seen in a long time. We want to know exactly what's going on since E3 wasn't around this year. It doesn't mean that they can't give us a direct. Microsoft and Sony did their own thing. So when we gonna get something?
In other words, we'll say, I don't want that kitty shit, man. Give me some real shit. Give me some real games. You fucking.
I just want to know exactly what Nintendo is going to do because they're still keeping quiet about the situation. We don't know what's going on with Bayonetta 3, and
that's still development hell.
That's in development hell. They swear up and down that it's doing good, but like I say, 3 years. This December,
pandemic, man. It's a pandemic. They can't do that. It's a pandemic, man.
The director said that.
This December will be 3 years, and we still don't even got a screenshot yet. So I'm a little bit worried about this situation. We almost in the month of September. Like, this month went by fast. Like, we almost at the last quarter of this year, and all we get to talk about is sales and not no bangers come out this year. Like, I don't know what to say, man. It's not me crying about Nintendo. I know Alex, he be like, oh, they're crying again. Nick, he the same, oh, they're crying again. Whatever. But I want to know exactly what I'm going to get. Even Wii U's 2014 year was better than this year. I'm gonna just be real with you. But that's just my 2 cents on this subject. Because like I said, what we talked about last week, when we were saying about the handheld and the console department merged together. So if there's really if they don't really have much console games coming out onto the Switch, why not focus on the games that you would normally see on a 3DS? Why not port those over to the Switch? Why not get like a Samus Return or Retro Bros said, get those Ace Attorney games on her? Like, what's going on? What is going on? Like, why are we still getting less games? You merged the two studios together.
What I said, my example was they ported, what was it? Not Breath of the Wild. Wind Waker. They ported Wind Waker to Wii U in 6 months. 6 months. They were proud of that, and they should have been, because that's crazy. That game looks great, looks amazing on Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
So why not that be the why not that be the stopgap? GameCube games, which is what everybody wants. Everybody wants F-Zero. Everybody wants Wave Race. Everybody wants all the. You know how happy you would make people be producing those games. You can do it in 6 months, because you can do it to Wii U in 6 months. You can certainly do it to Switch in 6 months. And it wouldn't take a huge team to do that. I wouldn't think. To port a game that already exists. Yeah. You're already doing that. So
I think Samus Return would do really well on the Switch. I would love to have a Samus Return.
Samus Returns.
That game bombed on the 3DS. It bombed, for real.
That's what everybody wants that. Everybody wants that. And it wouldn't be that big a deal. They brought over damn Monster Hunter Generations. Why can't that was a 3DS game? And that sold what? That sold like 700,000 copies.
Like you said, like this is the time that this is a stopgap. Like, of course, the Paper Mario came out was in June, whatever, and we in August. There is no game that coming out this month that I know of. I really don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on in September or October. We don't know what's going on for the rest of the year. We still don't know what is that big holiday game. Like, usually around this time, E3 time, the summertime, we would know what is that big game. What the hell is Nintendo doing? Like, I'm just to a point with these fanboys to where if you going to just fuck you, Nick. Fuck you. Boy, I told you. Look. Look, I knew he was gonna take offense to it. Freaking Nick.
Back your ass up, Nick.
No. He know. Yeah. Once we started criticizing Nintendo, he gets highly upset. No, it's just my 2 cents on this. I just don't know what's going on, because if Microsoft and Sony did that, go all summer without revealing what's their holiday games, y'all Nintendo fanboys will be all over them. Like, why we can't do that with Nintendo? Like, it's just a bunch of ports that came out this year, and only new game, a big game that came was Animal Crossing, which I don't care about it. But I don't know, man. It's just let me stop before Nick.
I said that. Like, I put a post on Twitter about what if Rockstar told every store that Grand Theft Auto 5 is on right now to delete it off the store, and if you want Grand Theft Auto 5, you gotta pay $60 for the next gen version. Would people be cool with that? No. People would be upset about that, complaining about that. And look what's happening with what's the game? Control.
Yep.
You see what they're doing with Control?
The Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, the Ultimate Edition.
Oh yeah.
So everybody who bought the regular edition and bought the DLC, they're not going to be able to get the next gen upgrade to it. They have to go out and buy the game again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the kind of stuff that's going to keep happening.
Retro your botting.
Damn, dude. Like, your audio is just you ain't having good luck with that today.
On a serious note, testing.
What?
Testing.
Johnny 5 over there, man.
Damn.
Number 5.
What, you got the very first smartphone that came out?
It's like a Samsung A. I used to run the S.
Say you on a Nokia Engage.
Oh wow! he got that T-Mobile sidekick.
But like, serious though, like we can't even be mad at Nintendo because Nintendo did everything the fans wanted. They said get rid of Reggie, they got rid of him. They said port every game that we refused to play on the 3DS and Wii U, and they did so. They said, let's get more Pokemon games and put them on an actual console, which Game Freak never wanted to do. And now they got it, and it's trash. Like,
it's still sold well, though.
As a Nintendo fan, I never heard this. The first time I heard this.
But that's the thing, though. Most of the Pokemon fan base, at least, is children for the most part, so they're not going to care. And then, like, the other thing, like, I think a lot of people aren't looking at, especially with Pokemon, is that Game Freak gets away with a lot of shit. I'm gonna say what a lot of people don't say. They're not really good game developers. They're trash.
Yeah.
What
They're
other
not.
game, other than Pokemon? What other games do they have that's good? I
Don't
can't think.
forget their $10 port.
No, that's what I'm saying. What other games do they have other than Pokemon that's good? Like, name some games that Game Freak has that's good other than Pokemon.
Little
Like,
Town Hero, duh.
that game is trash too. But you see my point? If we were talking music, right? And you had an album of 20 songs, and you only had one good song out of 20, and every album was like that, how long of a music career would you have?
Not very long, I would think.
0.
Exactly, but Game Freak gets away with this shit. That's my point. They're trash.
That's because they are a part of Nintendo, and Nintendo
We
gets
got
away with a lot of
fan
things.
base, like fan base.
Well, no, Game Freak is not part of the Nintendo. The Game Freak is their own developer. They develop games outside
but Nintendo do own a portion of them.
Well,
Yeah.
Nintendo,
they are
not the
associated.
Pokemon.
Nintendo owns the IP.
Yeah, they own
Yeah.
That's why you would never see a Pokemon video game outside of Nintendo ever.
No.
No.
But that's their only note. That's what he's saying. They got one note, and the fan base is very happy with that one note they play. So
The only other game other than Town that I can think of from Game Freak was still trash, and it was for the regular Game Boy, and that was Yoshi's Cookie Cutter, and that game was shit.
there was another one that elephant game,
Cutter, I like that.
right? Wasn't it? Oh, that was Next Level, I think. Never mind.
Let's get
That was Game
to
Freak.
some Nick positive news. That's negative Xbox news. I know that's what you want to talk about, Nick, right? That's what you want to talk about. I know you're
That's what
getting.
everybody wants to talk about.
Yeah, come on, Nick. Come on. What's up? I can't come
Wake
on.
your ass up, Nick.
Wake up,
Come on, Cletus. Come on.
Nick. God damn it. I think he's mad at us, guys. He's mad.
You hippie looking motherfucker. Wake up.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Oh, he went crying to the car.
He gonna cry in the car.
You gonna cry in the car.
Anyway, so yeah, man, I don't want to just show Nintendo all day. Like I say, man, I still enjoy my Switch. I don't know why we still playing, Mario Kart and Smash Brothers online just about all the goddamn time, and there's no other games online we can play if you want to play Splatoon or whatever. But I don't know, man. I just wish they give us more games to play. But let me stop because Nick said, I'm just a snobby, self-entitled little dweeb. That's just something he'll say.
You're a dweeb.
Yeah, that's something he'll say. But anyway,
You know what's funny though? Speaking of Smash Bros, I want to bring this up. Has anyone noticed that the pro players have finally admitted that Smash Online is trash now that the pandemic happened? The whole time they kept damage control and defending it before the pandemic happened, knowing damn well they weren't playing online because all tournaments are offline. Now the pandemic's happening and they're forced to play online. They're admitting that is shit.
Yeah.
That was
Well, they're all in their feelings.
I think the ban online is the least of the Smash community's problems right now.
they complained about.
You're
Smash
right. I wasn't gonna bring that up, but you're absolutely right.
They complained about Smash for Wii U's online and how Nintendo better get this right with the next console. Right, you better. I'm not gonna buy it. Blah blah blah. And look at them. Look at them sales though. Sales cure all ails. Nobody ain't complaining now.
Speaking of weak sales, let's get to Microsoft. We want to talk about the Halo first or the Xbox brand. Which one?
Either one.
Let's start with Halo.
Halo. Okay. Halo Infinite, and of course, we all know about the news that came out earlier this week. I'm disappointed, but at the same time, I'm relieved because we know. I'm a huge Halo fan. I love Halo. That what basically got me to being an Xbox fan. And, I lived the glory days of the Halo, and I love it. I was part of that crowd that I go over a friend's house. We have a Halo party, so we have multiple TVs, multiple consoles, and, I was goddamn cords everywhere. Yes, we used to do that and order pizza. So that was fun. And the online was awesome, around that time. I loved it, but the quality of Halo, it's not the same that it was when I was in high school. It's not the same when I was a young adult in my early, late 20s. It's just ever since 343 Studios became a part of the Halo franchise, I felt that it took a major step.
Yeah.
Halo 4 was okay. It's a good game, but it just wasn't on that Bungie level. And when Bungie left, it just wasn't the same. Now, of course, Halo 5 came. The campaign was trash. People we
Fuck
didn't like
Locke.
we didn't we didn't like the way that they basically had the
Right.
main character, Master Chief, to be a supporting character. Like that don't
Like
make no
take a
sense
banana.
at all. Like what is this? And on top of that, the campaign was trash. The multiplayer was cool. I enjoyed the
The
multiplayer.
Last of Us
I
did that.
love the
Yeah.
I love the multiplayer.
Yeah,
Just like
so that saved the game. That saved it because that campaign wasn't. Yeah, but okay, Halo Infinite. Okay, we was all excited last year. We was like, okay, man, this game looks cool. This game, look like they going back to its original roots and this and that because of all the complaining and all that. And from the gameplay standpoint that we saw from that demo, it looks cool. I love the gameplay. They made they made some difference, and to my liking. But the visuals on the other part is basically it comes to okay, this is why a lot of people is debating on whether Game Pass is the excuse of low quality games on the Xbox platform. Because yes, Microsoft they've been basically hyping up Game Pass this, Game Pass that. We got 2, 3, 4 million players playing Sea of Thieves and State of Decay. But if you look at the quality of the games, they're trash. Now they hyping up Halo Infinite's day one Game Pass, and this is why people questioning Game Pass. Is Game Pass in the way of Microsoft actually focusing on bringing a really good game? Halo. That's no excuse to have a 360 looking game,
Come on,
a
man.
next generation
And a
console.
360.
it is the way it looks like.
The way it
last
looks,
gen.
okay. If you saw the 4K trailer, okay, it looked a lot better. If you saw the 4K trailer, it looks a lot better.
The game looks very clean.
But
It's
yeah,
just
it's clean. But
there's not a lot of polygons up in the character models.
the pop-ins, like when people want brand new consoles, they want realism. Let's be real. Each generation, every time we buy a game, we want to know how far of an improvement it was from the previous generation. We don't see no improvement at all. Actually, we see a downgrade. And people would be like, okay, we're gonna be spending at least $500 for this shit. And now, these games gonna be it's gonna be day one on the Xbox One for at least 2 years. So that's why this is gonna go to our last topic. But Halo Infinite, I'm glad they are delaying the game. Hopefully that backlash, wake their asses up to actually give us a really good Halo game, because you cannot sell a new console with a shitty ass Halo. I'm sorry, that is your bread and butter. That's your pillar. That is the main. That what made.
liquor.
Yeah, that what made Xbox. Xbox is the Halo franchise. So you can't release this game in that state, man. So if you got to delay it for like 5-6 months, please do so. And as far as what's their launch lineup, it's very sparse. The only game that I know of that's going to launch is that Medium, and that's the game I actually am looking forward to because I love horror games like that. But on the most part, I'm glad and I'm disappointed. I really don't know which one more. I don't know if I'm more glad or I'm more disappointed, because you're about to release a brand new console with a game that's been in development for 5 freaking years, man. 5 freaking years. So, okay, Sinister, I know you're a big Xbox guy. What do you think about this situation, man?
I mean, it's unfortunate, like the way it's been delayed, but hey, just like you say, man, you got a new system coming out, but yet you run into this roadblock. That's why you got some explaining to do. It's like, I mean, like, think about it. With Crackdown 3, when that got delayed many times. Look what happened to that when it finally got released. Things like that. But I mean, as far as Halo, come on, man. This is like your main console for a Microsoft exclusive. And you're going to release this Dark Tower, this refrigerator, like people like to call it, and things like that. But if you're going to take the time to fix it right, cool. But other than that, things like that. But I mean, that's all I got to say about it. I mean, but Microsoft, get it right. If not, you burn more bridges. It's like, hey, more people going to move up. Hey, Sony's like, you still got them consoles? Let's jump over there. You know,
I just don't want this to be another 2013 situation because it was a laughing stock.
Exactly,
2013,
it's like-
that shit that they presented, man,
You
it was
make-
crazy.
like the way they're doing it, it's like you may see a repeat of 2013.
I hope not.
If Microsoft don't get their shit together, you may see another 2013.
Oh Lord,
But
man.
that's fine.
Okay, Nick, you there with us?
Yeah.
What you think about this situation, man?
Oh, see, he's awake.
Oh yeah, it's negative Xbox
well-
news.
It's definitely a good thing that they delayed the game, but like, if they're going to do that, they really should not have promised a 2020 release. I mean, you need a game like Halo to launch the system, and it's not looking too good that they it pretty much shows that the next gen, at least for Xbox, they're not ready yet, and they already come out and said you don't really need an Xbox Series X for the first year it's out. Why would you say that at all? I mean, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. As far as Game Pass ruining the quality of games, I don't believe that's true. Most of those games are going to get made either way, and not everybody is still using Game Pass. They're going to buy the games, like either physically or digitally at full price, because maybe they don't feel like being held down to a subscription service or something like that. So I have no idea why people would think that for the quality wise anyway. But yeah, so at least like they're gonna work on it. I mean, honestly, myself, I'm not that huge Halo fan, so I'm just like not really that worried about it. So we'll see. But like I said, that's what it is. I mean, for those looking forward to the game and like really waiting for the really into the whole console war thing, yeah, they're hurting right now. That was a low blow for them.
Yeah, the thing is, Nick, like as far as like me being a fan of Halo, but I'm only the fan of the Bungie ones. The 343 is like they're to me it seems like they're 0 for 2. But don't get me wrong, I mean 4 was okay, 5 story wise a huge letdown. So I mean, how many chances they're gonna get until they get it right with 343 things like that? But that's just me.
I mean, I think this game is definitely going to win over longtime Halo fans. Might have dropped off, or like, I mean, for the most part, I think it's going to be Halo. It's just like the game clearly wasn't ready yet. We're not entirely sure next gen is ready because it looks like they're like. When did the current gen start? 2013 when they came out with the Xbox.
Yeah, 2013.
Xbox, yeah. They really should have waited another year, and the same thing now as well. They really should have waited like one more year. But whatever. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Okay. What you think, Tate?
As I just put in the chat, the Nintendo fanboy is going to have to defend Xbox, and that's what I'm going to do.
There we go.
A lot of this is just utter.
Let me check my notes here. See what's
Drop some knowledge.
Xbox sucks. Sorry. Okay. Had to read that note. Okay.
A lot of this is just media created nonsense. Like we all know, this is mostly about Xbox One and not Series X, because people coming up with all these new rules that are only specific to Microsoft. Yeah, like they're delaying Halo. That's disappointing, right? But to me that's the only thing that's disappointing. The hardware seems solid. The future seems solid. Game Pass is awesome. Mm-hmm. So if you look at other consoles outside of Nintendo, nobody has really had, oh my God, that banger that you had to have for the console in the launch period. PlayStation 1 through 4. What was that game that sold you on a PlayStation? I'll wait. PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4. What was your day one game that was like, yeah, man, this is the next gen. I got to have this. Somebody tell me. I'm waiting.
Gran Turismo. I was kidding. Okay.
Nobody has an answer because that has never really mattered. And the two consoles that had arguably the best launches in history were didn't sell well.
Mm-hmm.
Dreamcast, what happened to that? And the GameCube, it did better, but it was in third place that generation. So all this, you got to have this day one, they got to show me the power. That's never happened. That's never happened. So I don't know why there's all these new rules. Now I get it. The media is on Xbox's head. The Sony fanboys are on Xbox's head. I get it. That's the narrative right now, so we got to go with it. Reminds me of the Wii U a lot, but I'm just going to throw that out there.
Oh, boy.
So I understand that's the narrative, but at the end of the day, it's not that big a deal. I went out there day one and bought a PS3. Why'd you think I did that? Especially as a Nintendo fanboy. Why did I do that? Anybody can figure out why I did that?
Probably
Not only did I
hype.
get it day one, I waited in line for that moment. I waited days in line.
Because all that media hype. That's probably why.
I got hyped up, one, but
Believe the hype.
two, it was practicality. It was for me, it was practical to get a PS3 because I had a PS2 for a little while. I had some games, but I didn't really play it that much. Had a bunch of PS1 games, didn't really play it that much. PS3 was going to allow me to play all those games. I didn't have to worry about hooking up them systems no more.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing on Xbox. That's why I'm getting an Xbox Series X day one. The same reason I got a PS3 day one. It wasn't about, oh man, it had that killer app. What? Starhawk or Warhawk? Like what was there? Nothing. It was Spider-Man 3. That was there at PS3 launch. The movie Spider-Man 3. So my thing is, it's very practical for me to get one. One, I have a VCR Xbox One, the original VCR one. So I'm not getting all those upgrades with my previous gen games. So I'm going to be able to do that. And 4K, right? That's the reason for me. And that's all I need at launch. And so all these people that are saying you got to have this killer crazy app, yeah, that's good. That definitely helps. But it's not the end all be all because most consoles in history didn't have a big killer app. Xbox, the original, had a killer app, had Halo. So it would have been nice to have Halo launch and be a cool game at this launch. That would have been good. That would have been good for the narrative. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So, but like I said, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4 didn't have no banger at launch that I had to have. But those systems all went on to do really well. So this is all, to me, this is all media nonsense to me.
I think the reason why that there's a lot of backlash going on with Xbox because of this generation has been considered.
Well, that's what I said. That's what I said in the beginning. Xbox One's generation, especially as far as their first party stuff has gone, hasn't been the best.
I get that. It sucked. Let's be real. It sucked. The quality sucked. The only good games that I really enjoyed from Microsoft this generation was Gears 4 and 5. Excellent titles.
But what I'm saying to you is that it took 2 years for PS4 to get okay, we're getting somewhere. Bloodborne, that was the first game that really started, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I understand Microsoft is in a quote unquote hole. So they have to have these things. That's what I said about their event. Like they needed to come out and knock it out of the park. They couldn't just be good. I thought the event was just okay. It was just okay. But it needed to be, oh my God, because of the hole they were in. Mm-hmm. That's the narrative. So I get that. I understand that. But at the end of the day, like some people are just twisting this way out of proportion. Oh, it's dead in the water, all this nonsense. Like that's just crazy to me. But I've been around gaming for a while. Some of these dudes, they just started on 360 PS3, so they don't understand the history of this. But
no, I understand.
To me,
yes, it does take like a year or two to get going. Like Sony, with PlayStation, it takes like a couple years for them to, give us bangers. Of course, we witnessed it this generation. Like the first couple years, it was whack. It sucked. But compared to Microsoft. Of course, they never won a generation. And, of course, the Xbox 360 is their best generation ever. But they still lost.
that's almost not even fair.
I know. But, just considering that, okay, you would think after the success of the 360, it sold a lot. you would think that they would have basically gave us a lot more quality bangers for this generation, but it's been a ultimate fail because of them focusing on multimedia stuff, garbage, nonsense. That why do I want to buy a game to talk to the system, some of Xbox own and all this bullshit and the Connect bullshit? Like it was unnecessary. You know, with the whole
But
DR,
that's what they admit was that Connect shit because nobody asked for it.
yeah, but with the DRM and the bad quality of games, that really killed their momentum for this generation.
That 24-hour thing got to be online.
But it never happened. People act like it happened though. It never happened.
Yeah.
So
what I'm saying is it's bad press. That's what I'm saying, and they're not.
I know.
helping.
That's what I'm saying. This is all press, though. That's what this is about. It's not about the actual system. You know, itself.
No, the Xbox One, the system is a good system overall. I'm enjoying the Xbox One X. That's an awesome system. You know, especially if play these, especially these third-party games, these multiplayer games on the Xbox One X. If you don't play on PC, if you're a console gamer, then the One X is the best place to play it, and I do enjoy that for that. But yes, I would like to have good exclusives. You know, this is just like if you're a Sega fan, you want to play Sega games. You know, if Sega brings back a system, a console, you want to know, okay, what about Sonic? Or you'll give us a great Sonic. You can't come back with another console. You're not gonna give us a really good high quality Sonic game. You're not gonna give us a high quality Shinobi game. You know, like whenever they got out the console market, it's like the quality went down on a lot of their games. You know, you want to buy consoles for good exclusives, and that's why I will always consider the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis is the best generation ever. Man, they had so many bangers, so many exclusives on their respectable consoles.
30 years ago, man.
Yeah, I know, but if you want to sell your console, yes, it's okay. That's gonna.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But again, N64, everybody loves N64. A lot of people do. It's my favorite console. It had 2 games at launch. Yes. One of them happened to be one of the greatest games of all time. But not everybody can do that. Not everybody can do that.
It's Mario. Come on. Mario, that was an awesome game. One of the best games ever. One of the best games.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But not everybody does that. Nintendo needs to do that. When they didn't do that with Wii U, it failed. But they're the only ones that really worry about that.
Well, Microsoft Breath of the Wild was our only game on launch. You slowing down. You still with us, T?
What's the highest selling game on? What's the fastest or highest selling game on PS4?
The fastest selling game?
Spider-Man.
I thought Last of Us.
Spider-Man.
No, Last of Us. Last of
Is
Us
it God of War, Spider-Man?
No. The first few days they said Last of Us was the fastest selling exclusive. I don't know what the sales is now.
Highest selling on PS4.
Oh, the highest selling games is either Uncharted 4 or The Last of Us.
Nope. You ready?
Which one?
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, I think somebody exclusive. Oh, okay.
A 360 game.
Yeah.
So they can do that. They can, get by with that.
That's the same on the Xbox. It's highest selling games.
Yeah, I'm just saying, so it's different for them. Nintendo has to have the day one banger that sells their console. Those guys really don't have to do that. They've never really had to do that.
Yeah.
Unless when you first come in. But even Sony didn't do that with PS1. Microsoft did that with Xbox. They had a bunch of games actually. Blood Wake, Halo. So they had, because they were new, so they felt like they had to have that. But after that, they didn't really do that. 360 did really well on third-party games. It was great that it had stuff like Gears of War and all that, but the games that really moved it were Mass Effect and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they were, for a while they were exclusive because PS3 didn't get their stuff together. So, but like I said, I understand the narrative is just because they're coming off of, a console where their first party game, and that's the problem. That's the biggest problem with Microsoft is that they, unlike Sony and unlike Nintendo, they allow their first party stuff to be games as a service stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sony doesn't do that. Sony has, single player, big adventure game, for their first party exclusives, and Microsoft doesn't do that. They try to make a service out of all their games, even their first party stuff. So that's a difference that they have to fix.
That's basically why people think. Oh, go ahead, Retro. Bro.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, like Microsoft has to do that because their analytics prove that their fan base is the bro gamers. They're the more casual.
No, they can do that. Yeah, I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm saying, but they have to have some games that don't do that. That's why they got all these studios now.
Because I'm saying, like, they have a lot of good games like Sunset Overdrive that their fan base just doesn't play. So, like, they're in the position that they kind of have to do that now. And it seems like the only way they're really breaking even on a lot of these games that the Xbox community isn't buying is by putting them on PC now.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, their fan base just don't support games that's not shooters.
And they're changing their fan base. I'm glad you brought up their fan base because a lot of people don't know, especially people our age, gamers our age, don't know. But when you go to, I'm telling you this as a teacher, when you go to elementary school and parts of middle school, a big part of middle school, a lot of those kids are playing on their Xbox. They come to me all the time trying to share their Xbox gamer tags with me.
Yeah.
Because they all are playing online on Xbox. So that demographic is starting to come up. And that's what Microsoft is starting chasing. A lot of the older fans don't like that, but they're looking to the future. They're building these kids up right now and saying, Xbox brand. So they're going to come up with that.
Yeah, like
so they're doing what we're doing. A lot of people don't like it, but they're doing, they're putting the work in. I see it with my own eyes. Like I said, I don't know. None of the kids have ever asked me for my PlayStation 4 tag.
Yeah,
none of
true.
them.
Like I guess Microsoft. I guess the Xbox is known to be a dude bro shooter console. Of course, if you had a 360, man, like if you play a bunch of shooting games, Call of Duty, like a lot of people rather play it on the 360s than the PS3 because of course they have the superior online. So with the Xbox One, yes, they try to get some single player games out there, like a Sunset Overdrive or like a Rise Son of Rome. They just did not super lucky. They just did not do that well. Same with Quantum Break, it just did not do that well in the sales bracket. But
Rise could have been a great game had it been had it not been a Connect game. Right. That was the problem. They had to change the DNA of that game.
And that's how it is too. Because my brother and his friends, they have an Xbox too, and I notice all they play is Fortnite and COD. Yeah, and I've let him try some other games, and his complaints were these games are too fast. These movements are unnecessary. They want more casual games. That's what they like.
I'm telling you, my kids are on it. My students, they all play Xbox. They all own their Xboxes.
But one thing I do like about the Game Pass is the diversity of a bunch of games that's getting a lot of shine, like Yakuza. Yeah. Yakuza is getting so much shine on the Xbox Game Pass. I'm actually appreciated because, by them, sharing, a bunch of Yakuza tweets on Twitter, there's a bunch of newcomers that actually appreciate the series, and they asking for, can you get, Yakuza Kiwami, can you get what's the collection, 3, 4, and 5? Get the collection on there. Yes, a lot of people is, really loving the Yakuza series. And not only that, there's other games that you won't see on a Xbox console, like Phantasy Star Online. Like there's a bunch of diversity, Japanese games that you see on Game Pass. So so that service is bringing in a lot of newcomers that they're just not used to seeing those type of games on the Xbox besides shooters. So this coming up generations, hopefully they will have more support. Hopefully there's more people on the Xbox side that bought an Xbox that will support these Japanese games. They don't have to rely on the Game Pass. Just go buy the physical copy. Hopefully the people in Japan go and finally buy an Xbox. Because they are doing better with the Japanese support. I see that. I just bought Tales of God dang, it's one of those Tales games.
Joe Vesperia or
I
something
think
like
that might be it. I just bought one of those Tales games on my Xbox last week, so they're getting a lot more Japanese support, and I do appreciate that. So hopefully this next generation they will reconstruct their fan base and try to diversify a lot of their fans. That's why I respect Sony so much, because even though they might have a lot of single player exclusive games, but Sony still get all those major third party games. They still going to get the Call of Duties. They're still going to get the Battlefields. They still going to get all these shooters. Matter of fact, what's up?
Yeah, but look at all the
still
marketing
get
they
those-
get on some of those games, even the
They
third
still get
party
those
games.
tinky Japanese games.
Yeah,
as well.
I just like the diversity that Sony had always had on that system, and it took Microsoft late in the generation to want to get serious with getting more Japanese games. Like, did y'all even think that there was going to ever be a Kingdom Hearts, a mainline Kingdom Hearts on the Xbox console? I never thought that was going to happen, but it happened though.
But
Hey, first time for everything.
But that has to do with the change in leadership. You had one leader who thought Connect was the future.
Oh, no, Patrick.
So, I mean, yeah, and Connect was not even the present. Like, I don't know what they were thinking.
That's why Diametric got fired.
Right. So there's change and it takes time. It takes time, when you've been doing something so long, to reverse that. And you see what happens when you start to reverse that. You have a bunch of people who make fun of you, who are like, "What are you doing? Where are my things that you've always done forever?" Which I understand that. They have to get better at delivering that stuff, and that's what I think they're trying to do with buying all these studios. They're trying to deliver it to the core fans, but that takes time,
Yeah.
And you know what the other thing is too that I noticed? I was gonna say, like, one of the things with gaming now is it's so popular and so much more meta that, like, these days a lot of gamers aren't really gamers. Like, they want to be entertained by games, but they don't really play. Like, the most popular games now be like little indie games, and they're not really even good indie games. They'd be like bad ones. And then, like, even with the YouTube channels, the smart ones that understand that take advantage of it. Like, if you make videos talking about what's broken about a game or why it's trash, you'll get more views than actually playing the game. Yeah. And even with like channels I like they're catching on to the come up. Because I was watching the Black Okage, and he has a series now called Uninstall, and the fans love it. It's where he plays games, and if he doesn't like it, he uninstalls it, and they love when he plays games and just uninstalls them because he doesn't like them after trying them. Like, that's what gaming is now. Like,
that's not really
something want you to be able to entertain them. They're not really looking to play as much as we did. Like, we grew up on gaming and the interaction of gaming, but
we talk about soundtracks and who produced it and who were the, we remember all that stuff, who designed it, and
that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to make a good game anymore. You can make the shittiest game ever and get somebody to make a good music video for it or make some good comedy content out of it. That will sell the game. YouTubers are doing what developers should be doing with their games now.
What's the big game? Fall Guys?
Oh, Lord. Jalen, you've been quiet, Jalen. And Nick,
it might be a fun game, but it's not like a gamer.
He's muted.
No, Nick is not muted.
No, I was talking about Jalen's muted.
That game is pretty fun. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it might be, I'm not saying it's not fun, but I'm saying it's not like a gamer game. It's not like, and there's nothing wrong.
I'm not going to say names, but
the problem is gamers jump onto those games for shine, like you're saying. They jump onto that stuff and they dilute their content to appease the masses. So
like, you be dramatic, it gets a lot of views. Like,
it does. I know it does.
It's like perfect example. I talk shit about what Pokemon did with Sword and Shield, but let's be real. Why the fuck were people streaming that fucking Temtem game? There was nothing good about Temtem. Those designs were trash. Like,
they were disgruntled Pokemon fans.
Like, but some of them are people that didn't play Pokemon at all. Like, I'm not gonna say any names, but I have at least 5 friends that's never played Pokemon in their life, but they gave Temtem a try.
Oh
Well, because
Lord.
they thought that might be the next big thing, so they had to get on early.
See, and that's my point. And the design for Tim was trash. Like I looked at the designs, and it reminded me of that episode of Regular Show with the Wrath of Darthon when they had to like imagine the characters, and all the characters just looked like gnomes in different outfits.
Oh Lord. Hey Jalen, you there with us, man? We gotta get your intake, man.
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, what the shit? What the hell are we talking about, man? We done got off track again.
We're talking about
we're talking about
Microsoft and all that.
Microsoft. And how
Oh,
they're trying to
Halo,
change
Halo Infinite. Yeah, that was the original topic.
Yeah, but we're talking about how I was talking about how the fan base has to, change with the changes because, like I said, Connect was not the future. It was not ever going to be the future.
Okay.
And they started chasing those silly dollars, and now they're trying to get it right. You have to commend them for that, But again, people make fun of Phil Spencer. He lies.
Yes, he does.
He lying. But you got to do your PR, man. That's just what happens. That's part of the job.
Oh,
Good
okay.
old fashioned American marketing.
So okay, yeah, Jada, give us your intake about it so we go to our last topic about the Halo delay incident.
I mean, I always think, like most of the time, I always think delays are a good thing, so the game can be polished. So, yeah, I really got no big opinion of this. So, all thing I gotta say is like, hopefully this delay, when they release this game, the delay will be worth it. Worth it.
Okay.
It's like, does anybody believe that the game shouldn't have gotten delayed?
Oh, when I first saw it, I was like, this game it's like a year away.
Right. So, it sucks that we don't have that. But, like I said, my point is that, it'd be nice to have a killer app for launch. But the way that Microsoft is going right now, they're telling you, I didn't hear this, but you said they told you that, you don't need a Series X for the first year.
Yeah, it didn't make the situation better when they posted that tweet about you got a console that you can play every Xbox game across 4 generations. So that's supposed to be your lunch games. They was making fun of that tweet, man. I was like, what? Yeah. You launching a console with old games?
The whole Craig thing, all that stuff.
Oh man, that was funny. Yeah, even Phil Spencer said it was funny.
It is hilarious.
Yeah, that right there. Like, I'm glad that the internet wins. Well, they always win.
Oh yeah, the internet always wins.
Yeah, so I'm glad that it took a major backlash like this in order for them to basically, get them to delay this game and do it right, man. Like, I'm a big Halo fan, and I hate, how Halo 5 turned out. Halo 4 was good. I know some people don't like it, but I think it was a good game. Halo 5 was I didn't too much care for it. And Halo Infinite, I'm like, come on, 343, this is your last time. If you're gonna give us another crap Halo game, I'm done. I'm done. I won't never buy a Halo game again. Like, that's the main reason why I became an Xbox fan, because of the Halo series, man. Like, I'm this close.
So what you're saying is that people saw Halo Infinite, fans and whatnot. They said, "Nah, that ain't it, Chief." Everybody got, riled up, and the internet took it over, and Microsoft is doing something about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good.
If only other fan bases.
Hold on, I know where this is going. The deal with that is they do it all the time. Like, if you go on Nintendo's Twitter account, you see a lot of people have been complaining and stuff. They don't listen.
Remember? The problem is not enough. Because those people will get on there, and then you have, twice as many people going in and just try to dismiss them and shoot them down.
Yeah,
Instead, stop being entitled and stop complaining.
Oh, I'm sick of that.
Why you got to steal my joy?
To be honest, I block those guys. Every time I hear the word entitled. Like, why do I have to feel entitled for something that I have to pay for out of my own money? Like, that doesn't make sense. If I want to spend my money on a product, it's something that I want. I don't want to force myself to buy something that I don't want just to appease a company that don't give a crap about me.
It's entitlement to want new games on your new console, okay? That's
Well,
the title.
if I'm gonna pay $500+ for a new console, we all like this. We want to know how powerful the console is. I want to have that wow factor when I get a brand new console. That's basically where I'm coming from. When I got the Xbox One, I want to know what was the big difference between the Xbox One and the 360 when I first bought Destiny. I didn't really see a big difference. You know, the only big difference I saw that kind of wowed me was Rise, Son of Rome. That was a nice looking game, pretty game. Borderline realistic. Just think if they make another Rise game exclusive for the Series X. I like the game overall, but it has some I guess the fighting mechanics was very slow, and that was the one part of the game I did not like. It had a great story, and that game has a lot of promise to be a good franchise, but it's just Microsoft. I hate with this one and done type of stuff, man. And that's the type of game I would like for a launch game, a launch title. Something that would basically wow me and be like, okay, yeah, I'm glad I bought this. I'm glad I switched over to the newer generation because this is exactly what I want to see. Right. So basically, the only game I do see, and I think it is a launch title, and it does look good. Medium. I forgot what's it? Medium something.
It's December, I think.
December. Okay.
But that's still launch.
It's still a launch window. But yeah, I like how they look. I'm like, okay, this does look next gen, and it's right up my alley because I'm a huge survival horror fan. So at least there is something. But it's not a Halo though. It's not a Gears of War. Like it's not a Fable. It's not that big franchise that people have been wanting. But yes, like if they got to delay the game for a while, delay the game. Please do so because I want this game to be done right. So I guess to the last topic.
What's happening on the PS5 side? Like, what's going to be, because those are the stipulations for the Xbox. We got to have a big major, big major next gen first party game. Yeah. What's that on PS5?
Only thing I think they could have done better than Miles Morales, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm looking forward to the game, but it doesn't say much time.
Game. You can say that in 2020, Nick. It's going to make you sound like you're racist. You don't want a game with a black character to be the one that everyone cares about for a few months.
First of all, that's fucked up. I have the pass, I'll have you know.
So you got the pass.
So Sony fans are getting.
Hey, that's not how I feel. I'm just saying that's the narrative they're gonna pay.
I know what you're saying. I understand. Like I get that too. I'm like, I definitely want a new Spider-Man game, and Miles Morales does look interesting. I definitely want to see what the direction they're going with this, but it doesn't feel like a launch title for me.
Sony fans are getting their version of Pikmin 3 Deluxe for PS5.
Basically, yeah.
That's fucked up. It says Spider-Man Deluxe had to add a black man to be deluxe. What if they just delay the game to Black History Month to release it on February?
Oh, wow. That would be very racist.
Not Miles' fault. He's running through the same game, but...
are you being racist to your own comment? Is this what I'm hearing?
Oh, we got Uncle Ruckus up in here.
When they drop a Static Shock game, I'm going to be the first one there in line.
Now that would be fine.
I would totally play a Static Shock game. That sounds awesome. I want that now.
Look here, I hate PlayStation's customer service. That's why I'll never buy a console. But if they drop Static, I'll have to drop that policy.
I'll be all over a Static game for real.
That was actually an awesome series. I need to get back on that.
That's what they should be making at Warner Brothers, not no damn Suicide Squad.
Bruh, you know how hard Static would be? You could do a Shaq DLC from the Shaq episode. You remember when Shaq was beating up the meta-humans? That nigga had no powers and he was giving them the work.
It would be a lot like, what's those games on Sony? What are they called? The dude with the psychic powers. No. I can't think of the name of it. It was a launch title for PS4.
Psychonauts?
Nah. There was two of them. I think the lead character's name was Cole.
Infamous.
Infamous, thank you. It would be similar to Infamous, I would think.
Yeah. So, okay, I guess the last title, the last subject, okay, the future of the Xbox brand, I know we've been talking about the whole Game Pass this and Game Pass that. Are or is the quality of their games going? Is it like we release it first and fix it later? That's basically what people are thinking. That's what's going on because a lot of these games coming out broken and unfinished. And of course, when Halo got presented, they was thinking the same thing because they was thinking about Crackdown 3, how it got delayed and still was trash. State of Decay was trash. COD was trash, incomplete. Like, I just don't want this to be the stigma going forward with their exclusives, man. Like, I want these games to basically, be launched complete. Like good quality, man. I want, because once they grade your game, it sticks to you, man. Like if they give you a Metacritic of 72, of course your game had a lot of problems, but you fixed it later, and your game has a quality of like a 92. It doesn't matter because that stigma stays with you forever. So basically, the branding of the Xbox, do we think Xbox is going to survive the console race within the next 1 to 2 generations? Money wise, they can survive, but do they want to continuously and lose money on per console not being selling? Because a lot of people is going towards the PC route. A lot of people is playing on Nintendo and PlayStation. Just think if they actually put more games on Switch and they actually put a lot of their titles on PlayStation, their key titles. Then what would be the point of having a Xbox console, especially if they put Halo on their competitor's platform? So if that is the case, what would the future be like with Microsoft since they are at this kumbaya type of level? They want to hold hands with everybody. Console wars is over, that type of stuff. So I don't know, man. That's a touchy subject. I know a lot of people say Game Pass is the best thing, but are they profiting off of Game Pass? Because it was at one point that they said they wasn't profiting off of Game Pass. That's why they come out with the X Cloud, and they want to sell services to as many places as possible. That's why they putting it on. That's why it's on PC. It's on Steam. It's gonna be on your Android. I think it's gonna be on your iPhone. Yeah, it's gonna be on your iPhone. So yes, a lot more people are gonna have access to the X Cloud, especially if you are a mobile gamer. So, okay, so roundtable. It don't matter who goes first. What do y'all think about the Xbox brand as far as next, let's say 5 to 10 years? What do y'all think was gonna happen?
Let me go first because I'm gonna be the most long-winded one here.
All right.
I'll get out the way and let everybody else go. My thing is, all right, everybody know I'm a dinosaur. Me and you, we retro gamers. We love our retro way of gaming. But we have to let that go. The future is here. When it came to online, Microsoft forced people to do broadband. They didn't say, "Oh, here's a modem for that," and here's a modem. No, your broadband or nothing. Mm-hmm. So they're forcing again. They see the future. This is the future. I don't like it. I can't stand it. But Microsoft is looking at themselves as basically the Xbox platform is iTunes. I have plenty of devices in my house that I can run my iTunes on, right? Some of them run it better. So I have an iPhone 7. I still have an iPhone 7, right? Where are we at now with iPhones? 11?
I don't know. It's
11.
11. So, but I'm still running iTunes on my iPhone 7. But Apple doesn't give a shit. They have my money. Mm-hmm. I'm in that ecosystem of iTunes. And that's where Xbox is. They're like, yeah, we'd love, for you to buy multiple new Xbox Series X's or whatnot. But we don't need you to do that. We want 40 million people on Game Pass. That's more important to us. So as long as you're on a device that we can get you that, because that's billions to trillions of dollars if you start adding up those subscriptions. And that's how Apple makes all their money. Yeah, they make a lot of money selling, their hardware and whatnot. but they make a killing on the Apple Store. A killing. So this is the future. I thought, well, what is it? What's Google Stadia might be starting that, but they faltered. But xCloud looks like they're not going to falter. This is going to be their thing. And so this old way of thinking, this hardware way of thinking, oh, how many consoles did you sell? Who knows how many Apple iPads are out there? Anybody know? No. Nobody's keeping tabs on that, really. I mean, you may know how many of the newest versions sold, but that doesn't matter because you're still on iTunes. I'm still on iTunes, and every device I have in my, every Apple device I have. So they're going beyond just being on one platform. They're on PC now. They were trying to get into Sony, and they turned them down. And Apple is acting a fool too. They'll come around. Trust me, they will.
Yeah,
but that's the future. That's their future. Because this being stuck to hardware thing is not going to last. I'll take these kids today. Again, back to the kids. They don't give a damn. They will sit up. I've had classes where I have a block schedule, so it's like 2 periods, 2 hours basically. Mm-hmm. These kids are happy to sit up with their PS4 controller or their Xbox controller and play to their heart's content on their phone. They don't give a damn. That is the future.
Yeah.
So this old hardware way of thinking, this old generation way of thinking, when it comes to gaming, it's gonna be gone in the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah. And I think Microsoft is smart. They're making the right moves. So it's going to be a struggle. Like I said, people are going to be pulling away from it. I'm one of those people that, trying to hold on to the old way. I need my old way, but this is the future. It is.
It's business,
And it's big business. So That's my take.
All right. What about you, Nick?
Well, I think people's biggest fear when it comes to this whole thing with what Xbox is doing is they feel like they're going to lose control of their games. It's going to be like the whole. First of all, obviously we know it was going to do better than Stadia because Stadia is run by Google, and Google can't do shit right. But anyway, throw that out there. But I think a lot of people are more afraid they're going to lose their ability to play games whenever they want. They're afraid if their internet goes down, they're not going to play a game, or like that, or if the company decides to no longer support the game, it's going to disappear. So there are a lot of concerns, and they need to address these concerns. If they're going to go this route, they need to give you more of an offline option as well, and some kind of guarantee that you can still play this game long after it's died out of popularity. Also, a decent refund policy. People are afraid they might not get the refund back, stuff like that. And I know you got the subscription service, but not everybody's going to want the subscription service. People are going to want to own their games and stuff like that. And people are afraid that part's going to go away altogether. So I see the concerns. I mean, I do like the fact that you can play the game anytime. I got the Xbox app on my phone. It runs pretty good. Cool and stuff like that. But another big problem with that is a lot of our internet structure right now in the entire United States is just absolute crap. There's people live in the middle of nowhere and can't get internet, so and they like Xbox too, but they're not gonna play the Xbox game because they have shit internet or something like that. It just can't run, especially if they're telling, the game runs at 4K and this resolution and this frames per second, and it's that's gonna eat up a lot of fucking shit. If you try to do it that way. I don't know. I'm not a super technical person, but I know basically that you're going to need something really grand to make sure you're running this at the way you want it and stuff like that. Not everybody can afford that. They're going to upgrade with phones, but some people don't upgrade their phones for years and stuff like that. So there's a lot of ups and downs to this whole thing.
What my only rebut to that is that there are 62 million people who own a Switch right now who don't give a damn about any of that stuff, obviously, that you're talking about, because a lot of those people are buying games digitally. They have no incentive or insurance that stuff is going to go anywhere outside of their Switch, and that's been the same thing with Nintendo since the beginning. I mean, other than like the Wii U, you can buy something and you're not gonna go. It's not going to your next system. It's not going to your next console. And there's a lot of people that they don't care about that stuff. They just care about the convenience.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm just saying it's there's a lot to consider. A lot of people looking forward to this. A lot of people are worried. How's it all going to end up? I don't know. I can't see the fucking future. I don't know how it's going to turn out. So, I mean, I like the idea, but I do have concerns. We'll see how it goes. And like, I think a lot of people, who's really worried about this taking off. I'll tell you this right now. Who's really worried about this taking off is definitely the Sony fanboy fan base, because for some reason, like it hurts their very being that it's possible that if PlayStation comes up with a similar strategy, similar category, that for some reason that means less people will buy PlayStations, and that scares the crap out of them for some reason. Not the fact that more people are playing the games, it's like less people will be buying PlayStations.
I don't know why. I don't know why those niggas got Perfect Cell as a console now.
Yeah, I'm just like, but then less people will buy Play. I'm like, well, do you work for Sony? The fuck do you care?
Right.
I'm just like I think a lot of people, and like I would say for Nintendo, a lot of people are concerned that if like they start going this route, then it's actually going to make people mad that less people are buying consoles, and it's like that doesn't mean you can't buy a console. Nobody. The Xbox is doing this thing, but there's nothing stopping you from buying an Xbox. You can go out right now, and when the Xbox Series X comes out, and, Xbox is going to be on PC and phone and shit, but you can still buy an Xbox. It's not going away. People act like if it comes to this, like if this happens, like the system itself is going to disappear off the face of the planet. Like I made a joke video about this a while back already with Horizon Zero Dawn, but you get what I'm saying. Like people are more worried that systems will sell less for some reason, and that scares the crap out of them. I don't know why. And here we are.
They're more worried about console wars than whatever. That's how they are.
Not selling, like they're not. Well, they're afraid they're going to lose their bragging rights. I'm like, hey,
Basically.
you want bragging rights?
Exactly.
This is what Microsoft is stepping away from because they're tired of the toxicity.
Microsoft and Sony have a built-in bragging rights system. It's called trophies or achievements.
Oh Lord!
See, these people don't really want to play the games. They just want to hype up their system, but they're not playing the games on it. So now they're going to be like
that on Nintendo.
Show that they're. I know Nintendo don't have one, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. It's like if you want bragging rights between Sony and Xbox, there you go. They have a system in place for them.
But I like trophies and achievements. It makes you want to play the game more.
I mean, I personally don't give a shit, but I'm not saying it's anybody took it. But these people might have to actually start playing games and put in the work for their bragging rights instead of just saying, hey, look, my console's selling more than yours. Ha ha. It's like, yeah, and.
Hey, well, you want to do something, Junior?
It's like, are you playing the games for it though? Well, I don't really have time. Well, you have time to make a 30-minute YouTube video per day.
Oh, wow.
If you took that 30 minutes per day and played video games, you get through a lot more.
Oh,
I'm just like, if you have that time to do this, you have time to do that. You just sacrifice. That's pretty much why I don't really do a lot of YouTube videos anymore. Because I'm mostly playing games now. Something had to go. And like now, I do like once a week a food review or some shit like that on my channel. The rest of the time, I'm playing fucking video games.
Yeah, that's the food from Trinidad.
I only have the ketchup, but it was pretty good.
Okay, Sinister, did we go with you yet? What you think about the future of the Xbox brand?
I mean, as far as like the Xbox brand, I mean, it's selling software. Like, it's, they got the PC. So I mean, say like the Xbox, say if it does fail and all that, but I mean, like I said, they're not hurting for money. They're
Yeah.
still gonna sell software. They still got the PC. So I mean, that's they feel like, hey, we don't want to be part of this console war thing anymore. We just want to, think about business. Like, hey, we're in for business, making your money, making software here and there. I mean, that's the bread and butter, is the software and all that stuff. Like, as far as hardware is like, they got the services, Project X Cloud and everything. You can take your games on the go. That's cool. I mean, think about business, money, green. That Getty Green, that's what they want. It's all about the money and stuff like that. But as far as like gaming goes, I mean, they still can make games, whether it's on the Xbox or whether it's on the PC, or you can take them on the go. They're still going to be there. They're not hurting for money. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, you're right, because they don't get
Switch.
much.
What's the big selling point for the Switch?
What's the big selling point for the Switch?
Right?
Oh yeah,
Being able to play games on the shitter. That's the selling point.
Right. So if I can, and people got really excited. A lot of Nintendo fans too got really excited when they thought Game Pass is coming to the Switch because they want those bigger games.
Game Pass is not coming to Switch. You need to stop.
But the point is that they thought that was coming. So, if xCloud, if I can run, these games, I've seen them running beautifully on Android phones and whatnot. xCloud, then that might take some thunder from your.
Actually, what I thought all that is people thought if Xbox games or Xbox is going to go to Switch, people are going to finally get Nintendo games on Xbox. I'm like, yeah, that's not really how this is going to work.
It's not part of the deal, pal.
Remember, some people got all excited. Oh, we're so really going to get to play Nintendo games on Xbox. I'm like, where did you even hear that?
But why do you even want that? I thought Nintendo games were trash.
Right.
Like, that's kiddie stuff. Why do you even want Nintendo games? So I don't understand.
Man, first of all, every damn one of these people who's bashing on it, they bought a Switch. I wouldn't say they bought a Switch, but they had somebody buy one for them. They con their fan base into buying Switches. They wanted one.
You want to be talking about BG?
They had their own. They had their own version of synth, basically, to buy them for them, so they can be like, "Oh, I really don't want one, but if you guys buy me one, I mean, I'll play it, I guess." Whatever.
Yep. And they did that because why? It's popular.
Right. They
don't give a damn about no Switch. But everybody has one, so I gotta have one too.
Yeah, it's just following the trend, because they want to be the cool kids. They don't want to be left out. It's like, hey, where you been? Live in a cave?
No, I really think this xCloud is gonna do really well because that's 100 million people. No. How many people live in America? About 300 million people. About 300 million Americans or something. Like, at least out of 300 Americans, I would probably say maybe 250 million Americans they got cell phones. So that's a huge crowd, chunk of people to have access to the xCloud. So that's a win for Microsoft.
So my point is, what if you only had to have a certain phone to be able to do that? That number would go down, right? That 250 million would go down to a way smaller thing.
The phones.
So Microsoft is trying to say we want you to be able to do it on anything, almost. So that's the point.
Yeah, phones,
that people don't
tablets.
Want.
Android. It supports Androids. It supports iPhones. It's iOS. Right. It supports what's Google Pixel? Is that an Android? Google Pixel.
The phone.
Huh?
Yeah, Android. Yeah.
It's an Android. Okay.
Yeah, it's Android.
Okay. Yeah. So Android and iOS. Those are the leading platformers of most of the phones. Like, I don't know what else is besides that, to be honest. But you got that and the tablets and you got the consoles. So yes, they still gonna make money. It's just you're not gonna have no ammunition on who sold the most consoles. And yes, I think Sony is on their last leg, this generation, because honestly, I think next generation is either we're gonna be all digital and more services going to be provided and all that. I really don't know what they're doing. Sony, they still gonna go the traditional route, but we already see where Nintendo's going. We already know what route they're going. They're in their own lane, and Sony and Microsoft they running away from Sony and they're going into their own lane. So really, Sony gonna be competing against themselves because Microsoft they honestly they about to have a lot of people that's gonna have access to the xCloud pretty soon. So the whole console war,
Sony is stuck to their hardware.
Yeah.
Nintendo is stuck only getting customers based on their hardware. Microsoft is trying to get everybody's customers.
Yes. They're gonna make their money regardless if you're into the console wars or not. Jalen, you been quiet, man. What's up, man? What you got? You there with us, buddy? I guess he's muted. Okay. Anyway, but yeah. Like I was saying, man. Like, would there be a Xbox brand? Yes, but are we still gonna get consoles? I don't know. That's a really good question. They still gonna make software. They still gonna make games. On whether you want to play it on PC or I don't know if it's gonna wind up on a Nintendo platform or Sony. I don't honestly. It will probably be on a Nintendo platform than a Sony platform because Nintendo welcome those Cupheads. They welcome what was the other one?
Super Lucky Tales.
Super Lucky Tales and Ori and the Blind Forest. So that was 3 Xbox games that went on the Switch. So they were just getting their feet wet. So don't be surprised whenever the next Switch comes out, the next powerful Switch. Don't be surprised if Xbox Game Pass wind up slipping on that platform. Let's just be real. Right. Microsoft really do want to do it. I'm being dead honest. So what's up, Jalen? What you think? Yeah. So what you think, Jalen? What you think about the Xbox brand? In the future.
I mean, what's that?
No, that's retro, bro. That's his usual antics.
Oh, man, this man always got something going on in the background, don't he?
Yeah, I'm heading out to garage. I gotta go pick up my brother real quick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like I mean, if this what Microsoft wants to do, man, it's their choice. I mean, of course, a lot of the fans are not gonna like it. They're not gonna like it. Of course, a lot of the fans are gonna get upset about it. But hey, like Microsoft is in for one thing, and that's the money. Like they see that their games are selling on multiple consoles. So what that means? What that means that they're going to do? Continue to put games out there. Continue to put their games out there, so they can make more money. Like,
I mean, what's more exciting? What's more juicy? What's more, appealing? Hey, my box is better than your box, or my service is better than your service.
Fight.
Let's be real. Like the head of Microsoft, like the spies console war with the passion. Like the head of Microsoft love to play any games on any platform. Yeah, but the fan base, on the other hand, is the exact opposite.
They're still stuck.
Yeah. Yeah, but the fan base don't want their games going on other platforms. That their fan base hates seeing Phil Spencer praise other games. Zen. I'm sorry.
Oh Lord, that's throwing shots at me. Oh, that's messed up.
I was fucking. But yeah, and but man, somebody's echoing like a motherfucker.
I heard it too. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, like, if Phil Spencer wants to go that route, if Phil Spencer wants to go that route because that makes more money for Microsoft, I ain't mad. I ain't mad at the man. Let him do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all you got on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that's about everybody on this topic. But yeah, I agree. Like on whether they're gonna have a Xbox console sale, they still gonna be here, because
Yep.
everybody gonna eventually play it on PC. A lot of people is moving on PC. Nick moved on PC, Alex moved on PC, even though he trashed Xbox a lot. Even though he bought 3 Xboxes, I would never let that go, Alex. I don't know if you listen to this podcast or not. I would never let it go. You bought 3 Xboxes. How in the hell you be the biggest Xbox hater, but you bought 3?
You're exposed.
So anyway,
Hey.
so
Hey. That's like so. Hey.
You can hate on Xbox all you want. If you're on that Game Pass, that's all Microsoft care about.
yeah,
Right.
that's all they
Hey,
care
that's
about.
like so. Hey, that's like someone being the biggest Nintendo hater and buying all their shit. Mr. T. I'm sorry, not T. Black Mark.
He said Mr. T.
I was fucking with you.
Yeah. I don't know, man. At the end of the day, man, the video game industry is more popular than it ever been. So they're not going nowhere. Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft not going nowhere. They are the 3 juggernauts that's out here. As long as they keep on giving us good games, good quality games, and it is what it is. But we might not like the future of cloud gaming. We might not like the future of all digital gaming. I most definitely hate all digital gaming. Freaking hate
Oh boy.
it. So as far as the Xbox, like the console Xbox, I don't know what the future gonna hold, but we still gonna have access to play their games on PC, tablets, smartphones. But it is what it is. We all got our own opinions about it, and I guess let's get some questions. Anybody got some final thoughts on this topic before we get to the questions? Anybody?
Playing to the fools.
What was that?
Nothing.
I couldn't hear you.
I said, do we have any final statement on this subject before we get to the questions?
Yeah, man. I mean, we guys are gonna be dragged, kicking and screaming into the future, whether we like it or not. And yeah, eventually the internet will catch up. The infrastructure will catch up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure. Hey, I'm pretty sure once we get to the future, people gonna be like,
why was I hating on this back then? Like this is
right. Well, I was saying though, this isn't as bad as I thought this would be.
Look at Blu-rays and all that stuff. Like they're not selling because everybody's streaming.
Basically.
They don't care about physical media no more.
Yep.
Exactly. And people people gonna say, hey, I actually do like this, man.
To be honest with you, even though I don't like digital gaming, but I do have a Fandango account, and I bought over 100 movies digital.
Yeah, there you go. That's the future of gaming, man. They're already selling a whole lot.
As far as gaming, man, I don't know, man. There's more. Honestly, game is more worth than movies. Like, let's be real. It's worth more than movies. Like a 4K movie on average costs you between $20 to $30 on average. An average, game is like $60. An average game, AAA game.
You're saying that like people aren't already buying all their games digitally. There's a ton of people.
Yes, that's true.
Especially PC gamers, they don't have physical copies. People are already doing it right now.
Yeah, a lot of them get their games cheap. What's that website, CD Keys? They get their games extremely cheap.
Yeah, it's going to be universal at some point.
Basically.
Do anybody play CDs anymore?
No.
Anybody put a physical CD into into their machine anymore?
He said machine. He's so old. He said machine.
He
sound like my mama. They put that tape in that machine, boy.
That tape in that box.
She still called DVDs a tape. Put that tape in that machine, boy.
Right. But nobody's doing, and nobody really even thinks about it. They don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
What do you call them? Records. Nobody cares. I mean, there's still a niche group of people who like their vinyls, but nobody cares. For the most part.
Okay. Our first question is from Tiger King. He said, "You play scary games? I will watch you stream Outlast or another game like that." Oh shit! First, I gotta buy an Elgato, man. Shit. All right, none of them Elgatos ain't cheap, man. They are not cheap.
The newest one is $200.
Dude, ever since this whole COVID thing, like the price of everything, even the Elgatos went up. That's crazy, dude. I feel so dumb getting rid of that damn Elgato, man. I gotta buy another one. But yeah,
The HDX if you want the cheaper of the two.
Where is it?
I don't want to get that Elgato HD because it's for this generation consoles. It's not for next generation.
Oh yeah, you mean the old HD?
Yeah, even that one is $150 still.
Yeah, it's still $150.
That's crazy. I paid $150 3 years for the damn thing. Or was it 4 years?
Sitting over here.
Yeah, it's specifically made for the
I got
Wii
one.
U.
I to you. You can't. It don't capture no audio though. I get it to at a discount.
Oh shit! Nah, so you got that shit. That comes defeats the purpose.
I fried it doing something. I don't know how I did it. But
Oh really? That sucks.
I had to buy another one.
Oh hell, Alex is here. Oh, now you want to say something? We get to questions, Alex. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ.
What was you say? Is that Doug and Alex?
Question: How does it feel knowing Phil Spencer doesn't care about Xbox consoles? Alex, how does it feel buying 3 Xbox consoles?
Oh,
Burn.
Here we go.
Wii U port, so he sold his Wii U.
Praise Phil, Game Pass, baby. Okay, I got that one.
Oh Lord.
Oh, here it is right here. I got your Elgato right here, man.
What you got? Yeah, that's the one I had. So
I got you one right
so
here.
that's the
Don't
one.
record audio.
So how you messed that up?
Audio don't
How did you
work.
mess it up?
Have you seen my setup? I got so many things plugged in HDMI splitters and shit. I just tried it somehow.
It's got a shortage in it. Kendall Smith said, question real, what do you think if their Nintendo Direct coming this month or next, I guess next month, I guess he's saying, do we think they're going to have a Direct this month, next month? They're going to have something pretty soon because there's no big holiday title. And, of course, we know about the alleged Mario titles, whatever, collection.
Mario.
I don't know what it is, but they're going to have to give us something soon within the next month. Man, we need to know something. Huh? What you say, Nick?
So I still say that 3D Mario collection thing is not a thing.
Well,
I don't believe it. Why would Nintendo sell 3 games when they can sell you one for $60?
Oh, jeez.
Now we know that's Nintendo. We know how Nintendo operates.
I'm just saying.
That's Nintendo.
Why would they put those games together like that? I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, they did it with the Metroid Prime trilogy.
That's old Nintendo.
That's old Nintendo. yeah. Even the Wii didn't sell this crazy.
That's pre-2016 Nintendo. I'm talking about this.
We talking about a game. One game is $60. We talking about 3 games in a collection. That's gonna be $180. Yeah, that's how much.
I see it.
Yeah, they're not too very. Damn. What the hell?
That was me sneezing. Alex just kicking my ass.
Okay,
that was bad.
Yeah.
Okay, where's another question?
Question from Afrin Ali.
Oh, Afrin Ali. What do you say?
Said, is T gonna change his T-shirt for the next week podcast? Wearing the same twice. Oh, what the fuck?
He said you don't take baths. Oh, you got exposed live on air, T.
What happened?
Hey, for Afrin Ali, is you gonna change? Are you gonna change your T-shirt for the next week podcast? Wearing the same twice.
I wore this shirt 7 days ago. Oh, my bad. That's a diss.
And Peach asked, "What's for dinner?"
I had nachos, Dorito nachos.
Oh, man, I had spaghetti.
Let me see. He said watching real game and play Cuphead was scary. What the hell? He just dissing everybody. I don't remember. Did I even stream that game? I really don't remember streaming that. Anyway, Alex said it feels dirty. It feels dirty. Glad I don't have to ever do it again. But you bought 3 Xboxes, Alex. You can't. There's no way around that. You can't beat around the bush. You bought 3, Alex. Just take the L and just go.
How many Wii U's? I want to know. That's why he went on Wii U ports, because he sold all his Wii U games.
Any more questions? Any more questions?
Nope. I don't see no questions.
Salmon and risotto.
Sound the alarm.
That's a good dinner.
Y'all tripping with the questions, man.
I don't know.
Tiger King said, "Hey, real, you play scary games, like, cause he will love to watch you stream Outlast or another game like that."
That was like the first question. Yeah, that's how we got on that topic with the Elgato. But yeah, like I played the first Outlast. I hadn't played the second one yet. I did enjoy the first one. I do want to play the second one. I am a big fan of survival horror. That's why I am kind of excited for the medium. Any more questions, people? Questions. What y'all got?
Couple of Wii U ports left.
The ones I know of is 3D World, Star Fox Zero.
Ew, no. Eat that
Single-handedly keeping Nintendo alive.
Of course, Nintendo Land, that's not going to work on the Switch.
What's so hard for Nintendo to make new games?
Super Luigi U?
So how did Tokyo Mirage Sessions do on Switch? It bombed. I guess it wasn't just the Wii U's fault. Even Donkey Kong Country didn't do that great.
Bad, actually. That's actually a pretty good game. Wish it would have got
It's a great game, but that wasn't. They were trying to make it seem like it's the Wii U's fault it didn't sell. Not really.
It's just that people didn't like the game.
Yeah, some games just don't sell. Some great games just don't sell. Persona 5.
That actually sold well.
Yeah,
for that genre.
12 different versions of the game.
How many versions they got? I know they got the
Persona 5.5 Golden.
Golden. No, that's only 2 versions. Okay, no, wait. No, that's 3 versions because that's one in Japan they hadn't released yet. What's it called? Persona 5.
But I'm not knocking the game. From all accounts, it's a great game. But it's not selling like a Final Fantasy or something.
If you huge in anime, if you're a big anime fan, you will love this game. Not only I love anime, I do love Japanese RPGs, and the game had a great story. I love the art style is awesome, and the music I love the music. Had one of the best soundtracks ever. Like that's why that game was so highly respected, man. I think it had like what did it score on Metacritic, like a 93 or 94. So that was a great game, man. Well deserved the score. And plus, we didn't really talk about Persona 5.
Oh yeah,
because they said last time I checked the sales of the Royale game, they said the Persona 5 Royale sold I think 1 million already.
Yeah,
so that's not bad for.
I mean, that's good. It's not like
because they
kicking down the door.
They said that the new content for the Persona 5 Royale is like between 25 and 30 hours. That's a lot of content, dude. That's probably why people bought that.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah,
it's like Torna for Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
So no,
I was got a question.
There better not be no Sega shit. Sega Xbox.
They said how does it feel knowing Phil Spencer delayed Halo, leaving the Xbox Series L to launch without the exclusive? Then he appears on Nintendo Animal Crossing and praise Nintendo.
See, this is the fanboy shit. We was talking about the whole fanboyism a while ago. See, Alex so I told y'all I thought we was gonna do this podcast without Alex, and it's like Alex hunts us wherever we go. If he's not on the panel, he's in the chat. He's in the chat being very toxic, and he's being very toxic right now.
War dinosaur.
He just shows up.
I know, just out of nowhere, being very toxic
with their fanboy dinosaur arguments.
See, we was just having a kumbaya moment on the podcast. We just, we say we hate fanboys. We don't like that shit. We all the world type of shit. Now you come in this chat with that nonsense, Alex. Very, very toxic. Bitch.
Phil Spencer will get the last laugh. I almost guarantee it.
Podcast is so toxic.
You win it. You and Chris. You and G-Rock. Very toxic. That's what Hell, shit.
Alex, Alex, let me ask you a question. Don't you feel safe in this podcast? Don't you feel safe in this
I'm
chat?
very safe in this podcast without Alex and G-Rock. Let me see.
Phil is great. Praise him now.
Gamer conceptions and thoughts. You gotta get out of that caveman mentality, man. When they come to this game,
I try to, they keep on calling me the X-bot. I don't know, for some reason they think I'm just a part of this console wars. Like I'll be a part of Kid Smooth conversations on Twitter, or Crap Gamers, or a Zaire. I don't be a part of that mess. So why am I a toxic Xbox fanboy? And I be condemning them. Like it's childish, man. People in their mid 30s, early 40s, or even late 40s, or even 50s, just
too old for that stuff
all day about this.
Dude's in there almost 50 years old talking that console war stuff. Come on, man.
I can't do it. Man. I can't do it.
He said, "I do not feel safe, Jalen."
Kendall Smith, he ain't gonna never let that go. I guess he still think that's the funniest thing.
Xbox simping over backwards compatible.
G-Rock is a strawberry shortcake. Yeah, he is a strawberry shortcake.
Yeah,
he keep on throwing the fat jokes at me, so I keep throwing the short jokes at him.
Can't we all just get along?
See, even Kendall's can vouch for me. He said Alex is very toxic, but he's awesome. Sometimes he alright, but he's still a bitch.
Damn, Damn. This man not on podcast. You talking shit about him?
Oh yeah.
So anyway, this has been another episode of Real Talk.
I talk every week. He does that every week.
Dang.
Okay, is there any more questions before we get up out of here? Because we did past 2-hour mark.
He came in here and crashed the chat.
Yeah. We was about to get out of here.
And Alex, don't you feel assaulted?
See, blame Alex for this, Nick. We should have got out here like 10 minutes ago. Blame Alex.
You could have ignored him. Don't blame him. Put this on Alex.
I can't ignore nonsense.
Just slip them off and continue on with your life.
Anyway, I don't really see any more questions, so I guess we're gonna get up out of here. So, is there any more? Anybody got final thoughts before we get up out of this bad boy?
Nope. Just ready to roll.
Okay. It was a good podcast. Appreciate everybody coming out.
Wait, El Shaddai.
What's that?
El Shaddai. Oh, that's awesome.
Wait, El Shaddai. It's so underrated.
I never even heard of that.
I remember playing the demo of that on PS3 like years ago.
Yeah, it's on PS3 as well.
Okay. So yeah, it was a good podcast. Appreciate everybody coming out. And yes, me and Mrs. T, we're gonna have to get up on that retro podcast whenever he wants to. Don't you normally do a stream on Saturday, T?
Who, me?
Yeah, don't you normally stream on Saturday?
I was, but I don't do it anymore.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm gonna get back to it probably because I want to do game streams on Saturdays. So that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Cause I think I don't have nothing planned tomorrow. So if you do want some, do something. Just let me know. I will be at the house tomorrow.
Hold on, Muhammad got a question. He said, "Real, what happened to the project Retro Studio was working on before Prime 4?"
Oh Lord.
That was it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I always got a follow up. It's like, how does it feel knowing the best place to play
Star Fox Grand Prix or
all Xbox exclusive?
See, y'all not gonna let us in this podcast, or y'all? Anyway, see, y'all should have said that earlier. I asked y'all questions, people. Let's get those questions out. But yeah, let's get out of here.
That.
Huh?
I answered that earlier with the retro.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. But
damn, he gonna hit the hashtag. Thanks for the exclusives.
Anyway, let's get up out of here before Alex stank up this podcast. Anyway, appreciate everybody coming out. Awesome podcast. Has some really great, interesting topics to talk about. We could do it again next Friday, same time. Hopefully, we can do it earlier, but I waited just a little bit tad longer because it was 107 today in Fort Worth, Texas. Very freaking hot today. And yes, y'all know I'm doing this in the garage, and y'all can see I have an AC right behind me, and I'm still sweating. Like, oh my gosh, it's so freaking hot. I cannot wait for fall to get here. But yeah, let's get up out of here. Appreciate everybody coming out. And let's start with you, Alex. God damn it, Alex, you're not here. Nick, God damn it, Alex, I swear to God, you are toxic. You're not even hearing you pissing me off.
Right. This has been another episode of Real Talk Podcast. Appreciate everybody for joining us. If you look in the chat real quick, go ahead and put a link in the description to my Twitch channel, where at least once a week you see me beat the living crap out of some kind of Street Fighter game.
Oh,
damn, I don't say this podcast sucks without me.
No, that's actually
coming, and we will see you all next time.
Did you say something, Nick?
I said, yeah. Thanks for coming. We'll see you all next time.
I didn't hear a word you just said. You might start over.
I said,
I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you.
Hey, Nick. Hey, Nick. He was trying to get you to repeat. He was trying to get you to repeat by you whipping his ass in Street Fighter.
It's okay. I'm gonna get my practice on this weekend because he did whip my ass. He did. I did get a couple of matches, Nick. So just because you got those 20 wins, you did play against a couple people without much Street Fighter experience, Nick. And a lot of those matches that you beat me was very close calls. So don't make it seem that you dominated me, Nick. Yeah,
but I did. I don't know why.
No, it was a lot of close calls, Nick. Can we get out the podcast, Nick, if you mind, please, sir?
If close calls, you mean by you being too close to the ground most of the time, then yeah.
Oh,
Okay, just keep talking your shit. Okay, talking shit. I'm gonna give me some practice in tonight, man. So shut your ass up on Monday. Okay, Jalen. Yeah, go ahead, Jalen.
Toxic. It's too toxic. What's going on, everyone? This is your boy Jalen here. Had a good time on this toxic ass podcast.
Oh wow!
Wait,
that's fucked up.
even though sometimes I don't feel safe in this podcast, I feel threatened, abused. I feel bullied all the freaking time. And oh my god, I just need to go get on my knees and pray. So I won't get. Wait a
minute. Alex not even here today. Alex is not here. G-Rock is not here. The most toxic people in the world, and you still don't feel safe. Okay, we recruiting a new member for the podcast people because we got to drop somebody today.
Oh shit!
I'm messing with you. All right.
I feel safe. Yeah, I had a good time on this podcast, and I'll catch y'all next week.
All right, go ahead, T.
All right, I ain't got much to say. As I always say, play Wii U, fools, because you got no choice if you got to Switch.
Oh, so, wow. I knew there would be some more Wii U shade.
I'm just going to keep coming with it. Be mad. Be mad.
He's going to give it to you.
T's going to give it to you. He's going to give it to you.
All right, let's go with you. Last not least, Sinister.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Sinister, and enjoyed this podcast, and can't wait to do it again next week.
Okay, like I said, appreciate everybody coming out. And Mondays we do play games on Mondays, Street Fighter, Mario Kart. I didn't do it this past Tuesday because I was really tired. I actually got me a workout. So, yeah, I was so tired from that workout, I didn't even feel like playing no games. So, yes, we will do it Monday and Tuesdays this coming up week. I know Legend, he did download Street Fighter, so we all gonna play. So yes, I want to get more members to the Street Fighter, Discord. We do have got a voice channel. A voice chat for the Street Fighter. So if you're not following me on my Discord, please do so. I did put it in the chat. If you want to play some Street Fighter, we play it on. I got the Xbox version and the Switch version. But we mostly play it on Switch since, not people got the Xbox because, of course, they don't like Xbox because I guess it sucks, right? Right, Nick? Xbox sucks, right?
Let me check my notes here. Hold on. Yes.
Before we sign off, one question. When are you going to upload the Switch Boys again?
The Switch Boys. Wow.
Oh, Switch Bros.
You gave up just like I did.
They say you be having those therapy sessions every week on your channel. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all follow us, and I want some more Discord members, people. So please follow me on Discord. We play Street Fighter Anniversary Collection on the Switch, and we could play it on the Xbox if I can get enough people. So yes, follow us there, and we see y'all on Monday. And as far as the retro podcast, I guess whenever T feel like doing it, I will let y'all guys know on Twitter or in the Discord. And after that, I will see y'all in the next ride.